officially assumed leadership of the club. And there were some thrilling moments and tremendous accomplishments, including an unforgettable run to within 2 wins of the ultimate prize. But in the end, the Flyers during Richards' tenure fell short. A team identity change was ordered. That meant the captain would go. A bold offseason trade fetched a handsome return. It also brought us to tonight, an evening many of us never saw coming. Mike Richards returns to Philadelphia wearing an enemy sweater as the Kings visit the Flyers next. Has to be a strange feeling for Mike Richards walking into the Wells Fargo Center as a member of the visiting team. Probably be a little strange for Wayne Simmons, too, as he goes against his former club. For Sean Couturier, Kimmo Timonen, it's just another hockey game. It's the Flyers and the Kings, their only meeting of the season. It's here tonight in South Philadelphia. A pleasant good evening. Welcome to Flyers Hockey here on Comcast Sports. Then along with Keith Jones, I'm Jim Jackson. Steve Coates will join us here in just a matter of moments. And Jonesy, this is a special night here. The captain returns, Mike Richards, coming back to Philadelphia. You were traded a couple times in your career. It has to be a strange feeling coming back.
It really is, especially from the team that originally drafted you. There's some ties there that have been extended for a number of years. You have a tendency to look to the old bench. You have to wake yourself up to make sure you don't try to jump on it, but it's without question a tough night. And Mike Richards will be up for a big challenge here to get through this game and get rid of the jitters.
Well, let's see how we all got to this point. It was that trade that Paul Holmgren engineered, surprised a lot of people, and both teams fulfilling needs.
Yeah, Braden Schen's having a great start to his Phantoms career, which the Flyers hope isn't for long, but he had a hat trick last night and an assist against Bridgeport. He's got 6 points already in just 2 games. Wayne Simmons has been outstanding wearing the black and orange. He's done a terrific job in battling for rebound opportunities in front of the net. He's been fighting and dropping guys when he does. He's showing some good quickness and speed when he's been used in the forecheck, and he's just done a really nice job in his start here. Mike Richards was tremendous as a Flyer, and he's added big-time depth to the Los Angeles Kings, especially at the center ice position. Andrei Kopitar, one of the best center icemen in the National Hockey League, has a good guy backing him up. But number 10, Mike Richards, be a very formidable pair driving the Los Angeles Kings offense this season.
All right, so there's no question that is the number one storyline, but a lot of other great players on the ice, especially on defense in this one, Steve Coates. You'll talk about 2 of them.
We're going to talk about a guy that's in his infancy. That's Drew Doughty, the LA Kings, and a wily old veteran, of course, with Kimmo Timonen of the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, boy, do they love Doughty in Los Angeles, as he just signed a huge deal. #1 pick back in 2008. And, you know, the biggest compliment for any player is ice time. Look at the ice time for both these players, 23-30 in ice time for Timonen and 27-33 for Doughty. Now, Doughty, I talked about being a #1 pick. He's had some ups and downs, but the bottom line is that guy's got all the skills in the world. Big shot from the point, sees the ice very, very well, good hands, and an outstanding skating ability, the ability to be able to control the play. Timonen, we all know that he's got a great offensive ability, and he's got a great defensive ability, but he's also got an ability that's better than anybody on this team, and that's blocking shots. He led the Philadelphia Flyers last year in block shots, and he's at it again this season, sacrificing his body with 11 shots against that body so far this season. Coming up, it's the Los Angeles Kings and the Philadelphia Flyers. Don't go away.
Tonight's Flyers-Kings game is brought to you by Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you. By Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Designated driver. By Wells Fargo. When you're considering buying your first home, Wells Fargo is with you. Wells Fargo, together we go far. And by your local tri-state Toyota dealers. Go Flyers, go Toyota. Moving forward. Mike Richards isn't the only guy with orange and black in his background visiting with the Kings tonight. In fact, the Los Angeles entry has come to be known as Flyers West, with players, coaches, and members of team management claiming Philadelphia as a prior locale. Kings, Flyers, face off after these messages. Tonight's first period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers. Fargo Center ready for the second home game of the season for these Flyers. And they try to go to 4-0 for only the 8th time in franchise history, the first time in 16 years.
Yeah, Terry Murray decides to start Mike Richards in this game. How surprising is that? Not very. Let's take a look at our Kia starting goaltenders for tonight. It's Jonathan Quick for the Los Angeles Kings, a tremendously fast goaltender that's very active in his net and off to a very good start once again this season. Ilya Bryzgalov, outstanding. 3-0. They got 4 by him, the Vancouver Canucks, the other night, but Bryzgalov solid enough to get the victory, and he'll have to be very good tonight against a much improved LA Kings team with Jonathan Quick in goal.
Bryzgalov in all 4 starts for the Flyers. The Jonathan Quick, last time in this building last year, 40 saves in a shutout, so he can be that good. Underway, the Kings in their road whites, home orange jerseys for the Flyers. You'll have a look at the Flyer line combinations at the top of your screen. Here is Drew Doughty moving up as he will carry it across the line, and he is rammed into by Zach Rinaldo, and right away Dustin Penner goes after Rinaldo, and here we go. 24 seconds in, a rousing start. Oh, Rinaldo, as they went to the ice, throwing some right hands. Much bigger man than Dustin Penner, 6'4", 245. Rinaldo, all of 5'11", 180, and that's soaking wet.
Just a really well-timed hit by Zach Rinaldo and on the LA Kings' best player in Drew Doughty. Dustin Penner trying to come to the aid of his teammate, and Rinaldo does a tremendous job in pounding a guy that weighs 245 pounds and is 6'4". There's the hit. Solid contact there, and there's Penner coming in to drop the mitts.
This guy Rinaldo's got a real unique fighting ability. When he throws, as we see the replay again, that's a great hit. I mean, Doughty's going to be dumb enough to come into the middle. Rinaldo's smart enough to be able to take that advantage. Penner's going to go to the aid of his teammate. But what I was going to say about Rinaldo is when he swings and he goes after you, you didn't say he was very big, right, Jimmy? But when he comes with the complete body.
Well, I'll tell you what, he got Penner with that shot as they got to the ice. And the Flyers will get the power play out of this. Penner will get 2, 5, and 10, we believe, and we're fighting major for Rinaldo.
The textbook hit by Zach Rinaldo, full body contact, and Drew Doughty on the receiving end of it, and the referee makes the right call.
Jonesy, you mentioned it earlier at the beginning of the year. When hits like that are happening now in the NHL, more players are going to come to the defense of their fellow teammates because they don't know if it's a good hit or not. That is right prototypical of what you had mentioned.
There's a look at the scratches brought to you by Virtua. Same lineup for the Flyers. Couple changes for the Kings. Alec Martinez and the veteran Trent Hunter, who made the team in a tryout in training camp, is out of the lineup. And so right away the Flyers with the power play. Here's Wayne Simmons, the former King, turning it back out. I know Simmons would love to pot one here. And the Flyers get things organized. Giroux dishing. Tiger looking things over. And now try to get it back out to Reed at the point, but it's intercepted. And now you got a forward Reed back as the Kings move up with it. It's Richards hearing some boos as he moves up with the puck. And then eventually it's the Flyers getting it back. Pronger and Richards came together. Reed getting the puck to Giroux. Giroux it across the line. He'll fire it to the corner, and Jágr is there. So looking for his first goal as a Flyer is Jaromir Jágr. He's played well. He's had his chances. He would love to get that red light on. Here's Simmons out to Reed. Reed back. Pronger and set it back toward Reed. It'll bounce instead to Giroux. And they set it up. Claude Giroux looking things over. His pass all the way across just out of the reach of Reed. 1:05 remaining on the power play. Pronger center point. Wrist shot blocked. Comes back to him. Will dish to Giroux. Simmons goes in front as he is wont to do. Back out. Pronger to Giroux. Giroux turning with it. His shot is blocked. It goes back to him for shot save. Rebound Jágr. A broken stick. And there'll be another penalty coming up. Jágr's stick was broken by a slash. And so the Flyers will get a two-man advantage here early on.
Matt Green's going to get the ticket to the penalty box after slashing the stick of Jágr. Jágr was actually in perfect position to fire a quick shot at the LA goaltender Jonathan Quick right there, and Matt Green in desperation came back and slashed his stick in half, and the Flyers will get the opportunity. Just prior to that, it was Mike Richards shorthanded into the corner with who else? The new captain of the Philadelphia Flyers, Chris Pronger, and little extracurricular activity right there. We'll keep an eye on that as the game moves along.
The 17th and 18th captains in Flyers history coming together. A crowded penalty box for the Kings as Green joins that party, and the Flyers now with a 5-on-3. 40 seconds remaining on the Penner minor. Here is Giroux moving in, winds and blasts, blocked. Couldn't get it through. Back out it goes to Pronger, and now down low Danny Briere. Right back to Pronger, across for Giroux. Now they switch positions. Briere takes the puck. Briere for Giroux, holding on to it, back to Pronger. Goes across to Yager, didn't get much on that shot. Didn't look as though that pass was right where he wanted it. Got it off the heel of his stick. And now Pronger over, kept it in. Yager batting it down low. It's a 3-on-1 down low. Van Riemsdyk to Giroux, shot, save, quick. Now the rebound jammed wide by Van Riemsdyk, quick. Just like his name says right there. As he got across in a hurry. Now it's a one-man advantage. Here's Yager in front. Briere, he scores! Danny Briere's first of the season, a power play goal. Flyers lead 1-0 as Briere slams it home for a case of Tasty Cakes.
Just a clinic on that power play after Jonathan Quick made an outstanding save. The patience to feather that puck across to Danny Briere, who's so good in tight there. Yager just feeds an absolute picture-perfect pass.
Well, you get himself in a position where he's not seen again. Briere's so good at that because he's not that big. Now, Quick got himself in a precarious position on the far pipe, so when he did get the move from left to right, he really wasn't prepared. But what a pass by Yager, guys.
A couple of guys, Yager and Briere, who average over a point a game in their careers against this Kings team, and they add to those totals. With Briere getting the goal, Yager an assist at 2:30. The first penalty had just ended, so it's back to even strength hockey now. Pronger getting the other assist at, he said, 2:30. Flyers power play clicks for the 4th time this season. There's Lillier's back. He nearly turned it over, but on the second try, one ended the puck along for Couturier, but he's checked, and the puck back deep into the zone. Again, good work by Lillier there as he kept the King away from the disc. Now the Kings come up with Easy Morrow, the veteran, trying to set her. That's blocked. Back to Morrow. They get it to the high slot, but that shot by Stoll is deflected by Jake Voracek out to center ice. First 4 shots of the game belong to the Flyers. We're 3.5 minutes into period number 1. Johnson, Ajay Kopitar, one of the top players in the NHL. People in the East might not be aware of how good he really is. Justin Williams, a quick shot, saved Madry's Galoff, and the Flyers able to clear the zone. Matt Reed has it right back in to Philadelphia ice. Powell will drop it back. Pronger ahead, kept in. Green floats one, deflected wide by Williams. Pronger ahead for Wayne Simmons, and he'll dart out to center. Pass in the middle, Briere. Briere holding on. Finds Carl. Withrow, the shot. Missed it short side. Kopitar to the rebound. His pass off a stick. And Williams will get to it at his own line and drop it back.
Really good job by the Flyers on that breakout there. It was Wayne Simmons that tracked down that puck and started the Flyers into the offensive zone. Headed right to the front of net in front of Jonathan Quick. And the shot by Matt Carl just went wide.
This will be icing against the Kings. This is the return for Mike Richards. We heard some cheers when his name was announced. He heard some boos when he touched the puck. Right now they're welcoming him back.
Organization and the fans,
I would say
community.
Almost all cheers. There are some boos, but for my money, I'd say it's about 90-10 cheers, and you can see some of the signs and a standing ovation for the former captain. And of course, he's too busy going to work to notice as the faceoff goes right back in on Quick. But I know Kimmo Timonen and some of the Flyers were really hoping that Philadelphia fans would come up big like that, and as usual, they do.
Yeah, that's just a great gesture on their part. And Mike Richards played some tremendous seasons here for the Philadelphia Flyers, and their fans appreciate that.
Flyers win the draw here. Yager back out to Timonen for a shot deflected wide by Van Riemsdyk. Giroux gets to it behind the net for Yager, the shot, and it skitters wide. He has had his chances here in the early going. Might get another one here. Giroux stealing the puck. Giroux around behind, and then back out the other side. Yager was there, but it didn't get there. Willie Mitchell intercepts and clears all the way down. This will be another icing on Los Angeles. All Philadelphia here early.
Let's take a look at our keys to the game. And not that difficult and a good start. One of them was get all over Drew Doughty. And Zach Ronaldo does exactly that. Remove all Doughty. That was a pretty good one, actually. And pound home the rebounds.
Is that
against
yours?
John. Yeah, it was mine.
Really? Wow. I thought that might have been Kyle Graver.
I took it out of the Bill Clement book that he gave me when I was back.
Wayne Simmons the steal. Nearly got a shot off there. Remove all Doughty. That's close to plagiarism then. Here's Richards moving on in. Centered it out in front. Nobody home for the Kings. Nodal will spring Simmons. Simmons moving up. This has to be in writing for
Yes, it does.
So you're safe. Copycat you are, though.
When in doubt, look about. That's all I got through school, buddy.
I have no question. You're being totally honest about that. Andre Mazzaro's fanning on this pass, but he'll get it back.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody in Western Michigan that helped Keith Jones through school.
That kept me there for all 4 years. I'm still in school.
He got through 1 year of classes in 4 years, but
if you don't graduate, you're still in school the rest of your life.
You're
it's kind of nice.
You're a co-ed.
Yeah.
Here's Couturier sending the puck in. That goes Morrow to get to it. Forced by Reed. Puck pops free. Couturier is there. Turning it in front. Coburn shot save Quick. What a setup by Couturier, and even a better stop by Quick. Coburn got plenty on that. Here's Carl looking for Matt Reed. That one will go all the way through back to Coburn. He'll wrist one toward the net, cut off by Trevor Lewis. Lewis pass intercepted by Hartnell. Tried to set her, but it caught part of the net and went to the boards. Reed recaptures. Pulls it down low. Hartnell crashes in after it. And got a piece of Davis Drewski, the defenseman, and then back to the puck. Hartnell is passed for cutting Coburn. And off his skate, back to him now, and his weak shot is blocked off by Green. Flyers, though, again have the Kings pinned in their own zone. Finally, it is out to center. This is a travel-weary Kings team. We'll get to that story as Reed steps in offside here, and play is stopped. So far, so good for the Flyers. Danny Briere's power play goal has them on top. Admittedly, Mike Richards was stunned by news of his trade in the summer, and then he saw that he'd play the Flyers early in the season. What were his expectations for tonight?
I'm not looking for anything. I'm just, to be honest with you, we've been so busy that it's just been kind of one place after another, and it's been nice to come back, see some friends, see a lot of the guys are in the dressing room again, but I'm not looking for much out there. I just want to go out there and play, and we have a good team here, and we're looking to get better, and really winning's the big thing that I want right now.
Now, right now, his team is down, and yeah, you get the feeling he's just trying to downplay everything, Jonesy, as you might expect a player to. I think inside, this night means a lot to him.
It does, but it's not fun.
Yeah, here's Pronger, a shot deflected. Yager looking for it. He's got a shot off, save Giroux, got it across, but Van Riemsdyk could not bat it out of midair and in. And now it's played out by Kopitar. Yeah, as you say, and Simone Gagne's talked about. It was tough last year when he came back.
It really is. It's a difficult challenge, and you have to love the way the Flyers have approached this game. They've been absolutely flying and all over the LA Kings. And
here's Voracek, a shot off a Giroux feed. That one was blocked.
It's not looking like it's going to stop anytime soon because they've got their skating legs and they have pounced on a travel-weary team.
Here's Wayne Simmons. On the cross line, taken down. Stoll knocked him off his skates. Morrow picks it up. Long-time Edmonton Oiler. Knocks it back to Stoll. He's checked by Simmons. Knocks it back to Matt Green from the red line. He'll trickle one into the Philadelphia zone. Lilia back for it. Up the wall and out of the zone. Briere after it, so is Green. Green got there first. Willie Mitchell, his pass tipped away, and Simmons finds Briere. Briere checked and unable to reach back for it was Voracek. Moving up now is Brad Richardson. Richardson stopping, holding his shot blocked by Carl, and gathered by Briere. He'll swing it out to center and down the ice. Played almost 8.5 minutes of this first period. 7-1 shot advantage for the Flyers. They have one in the net. Here's Galoff will jab that to the corner. There's Coburn to get ahead for Couturier. He'll let Reed play it instead. And Reed in, showing that speed. Centers off the stick of Quick. All the way across. Check there by Couturier on Lewis. And the Flyers get the puck back. They're causing turnovers. And now the Kings will move it ahead. Carl trying to stop Richardson, could not, and then finally grabbed him and will get a penalty. So Carl will go to the box. And we have noticed that Drew Doughty has not been back, or maybe once, since that hit early in the game. We'll try to keep an eye on that because Doughty's so important for this club.
Yeah, and without Doughty, you're going to see a lot more of Jonathan Quick. He's made a couple of outstanding saves already. One on Claude Giroux and another one right there on Braden Coburn. What a pass from Sean Couturier to set that up. Jonathan Quick has been outstanding early on in this game. The Flyers out shooting the LA Kings 8-1. They had a partial 5-on-3 power play that the LA Kings were unable to stop, and the only goal that got past him was a perfect feed from Yager under the tape of Danny Briere's stick.
An opportunity, though, to try to turn the tide a little for the Kings here as they go to the power play, courtesy of a Matt Carl hooking minor. They're 2 for 8 on the power play this year are these Kings. The first 2 games played overseas. The last game a couple nights ago in New Jersey. The puck there down the ice. This is the final stop on a long journey for this club. It covered some 16,000 miles from the west coast of the U.S. to Germany and Sweden, Maryland to New Jersey to Philadelphia.
Yeah, there is nothing easy about that schedule, no question about it. You can see it in the LA Kings legs. You saw it in their game Thursday night against the New Jersey Devils. They didn't have a whole lot of jump. They battled hard to the end, though.
Justin Brown will send it across ice. And now here's Richards. You heard the cheers when his welcome was put up on the screen. He's hearing boos now. Kopitar shot saved his Galoff. Kopitar able to get it back. No speed from Richards. Now Kopitar. Johnson, his shot is blocked off. Flyers could not clear. Here's Gagne in front, but Coburn got his stick in there on Dustin Brown's attempt. Desires then dumping Gagne, and that's going to be a penalty out in center ice. The referee called it. The referee right on top of the play did not. But according to Francois Saint-Laurent out in center, it is a penalty. And so now the Kings will get a 2-man advantage.
Yeah, just prior to that, they had an opportunity in front that Braden Coburn got back and blocked Dustin Brown's shot, and then Bryzgalov tapped Coburn on the back of the pants, and then puck went into the corner where Andre Mazzaros got a little over-aggressive and took down Simon Gagne and was called for interference.
Evidently the puck wasn't there. I thought it was right there, actually, but interference is the call, and so now a 2-man advantage. Chance to clear here for Pronger. Could not get it done. Look out. Richards holds, waits, his pass deflected, it went off of the Flyer, and then the outside of the net, and the Flyers able to clear as Talbot got it all the way down the ice.
Wow. Bryzgalov is sliding the other way there, and Mike Richards had his attempted pass blocked by Kimmo Timonen, and luckily went off the side of the net.
20 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Johnson with the puck. Moves to the middle. Fakes the shot. Now holds. His pass is to Kopitar. Kopitar right back out. Now they dish the blast, and Bryzgalov makes the save on Stoll. Back it goes to Kopitar. His pass across. Has it again to Johnson. And now it's Kopitar. Flyers get 1 man back. The pass is deflected, batted by Pronger, and cleared. Played by Carl off the high stick of Pronger. And so the whistle stops play, and the faceoff will stay in the Philadelphia zone. Time for our Ram trivia question of the game. You have to be good at math. How many members of the Kings organization are former members of the Flyers organization? They're all in the building, by the way.
Pretty much every position's covered.
Yeah, you figured it out. You could put a whole team on the ice.
Goalie, couple defensemen.
And have some
3 forwards.
Management people as well. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the whole thing.
I guess we sort of gave the answer.
Yeah.
Well, if you saw the choices, we gave the answer. Like I said, use your math skills.
I like people to get confidence and get something.
There you go. It wouldn't be you to lead them the wrong way, however.
No.
Yeah. Willie Mitchell rolling that in front. Justin Williams, he scores off the crossbar and in. Justin Williams with a power play goal, and this game is tied at 1. There's one of those former Flyers.
Yeah, and Simon Gagne also involved in that goal. Just a beautiful shot by Justin Williams. He put it perfectly just under the crossbar. Bryzgalov trying to get out to cut that angle off, but what a feed to Williams from Gagne, and then the quick release there elevates the puck. Bryzgalov actually got a piece of that with his arm before it hit the crossbar.
Well, Williams gets himself in a position, but look at the battle going on right in front of Bryzgalov. So he didn't really get a good look at that, but Williams gets himself away from traffic, gets a nice pass like Jonesy had mentioned from Gagne, And we all know that Justin Williams, when he lets that quick wrist shot go, he knows where it's going.
Justin Williams, if he stays healthy, will be one of the top players for this Kings club. Quick shot there, and another penalty upcoming in the Flyers. This is a problem for the Flyers late in the game against Vancouver. Way to the penalty box.
Danny Briere gets a double minor for high sticking right here on Matt Green. The stick actually accidental as he went to hit Trevor Lewis, and Matt Green had some blood there, so Briere gets the double minor.
We told you about this Kings team being well-traveled. Well, there it is. Now, this wasn't just the trip to start the season. This included their exhibition schedule. They owed a team a game, so they went to Kansas City, to Denver, to Anaheim. They had a pit stop at home on to Las Vegas, and then to Germany, Sweden, and then they came back east. All those cities have been visited by one Keith Jones.
No,
various
I would not want to do that trip.
And
that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, the time zone differences. They actually had a sleep expert talk to the club beforehand. They tried to do their best when they were in Europe to keep the times where they would be if they were in the United States in terms of practice times and so forth. But that's difficult. But here they are with a chance. They're a tie at 1, and they're on the power play for the next 3.5 minutes. And a chance to take the lead in this contest. Richards, that pass to Brown. Out it goes to Johnson. Double pumps, then takes the shot, and that one glances off of Brizgalov and went wide. Oh, Ponders slash. Nope. Yeah, there's call. Again from out in center ice. The call made, not down low. It was out in center. Dan O'Halloran went up with the arm, and that will cancel some of the power play time for the Kings.
23 LA, 2-minute slash.
Well, you can host the perfect event in the Wells Fargo Center Suite. Your guests will enjoy an action-packed evening they will never forget. Suites offer incredible food options, wait service, and private restrooms. Call 215-389-9500 or visit mypremiumtix.com to book your event today. The slash took place in the corner. Chris Pronger right there gets whacked from Dustin Brown, the captain of the Los Angeles Kings, and Pronger was none too happy after that slash. Those hurt.
I wouldn't put it past a cagey veteran to maybe act a little there, but you could tell by what was going on at the bench. There was no acting going on in that particular situation.
You see the snarl come from Chris Pronger,
Yes.
you know.
He has that snarl quite often, though, when he's on
you
the
don't want
ice.
to be on the other end of it.
No, you do not. 4-on-4. Williams wipes out, and the play goes offside at the Philadelphia line.
Important sequence right now. Really, the Los Angeles Kings started to get their skating legs due to the fact the Flyers took some ill-advised penalties, and that's one way to give the opposition life. And hopefully this Dustin Brown's penalty will turn the tide the other way. There's Terry Murray, the head coach of the Los Angeles Kings, and pretty impressive record as far as wins and losses go in his career.
Closing in on 500 wins at the National Hockey League level, and he spent a lot of years as an assistant as well, assistant coach, of course, here in Philadelphia, in addition to being a head coach here. Always great to see Riley Palmer.
Oldest coach in the National Hockey League.
I did not know that.
Yes, 61.
That is, did you tell him that, by the way?
No, I try to keep that away. He was my first coach, so
I know.
I'm smarter than that.
That shows you how old he is.
Yes.
There's Justin Williams moving in. His pass across goes to the corner. But he doesn't, he doesn't act the part of the oldest coach in the NHL. He's got a lot of energy and very passionate about this game.
For sure.
He has a heck of a team to coach this year. Here's Jaromir Jagr across the line, turns with it. He's surrounded. He'll just push it deeper into the Los Angeles zone, and now the Kings try to move it ahead. But they have it. Second try. Trevor Lewis with it. Lewis holding. He shot off the glove of Brizgalov. Now was able to tip the puck free, and the Flyers move it up. Still 4-on-4. Van Riemsdyk and Jagr in the 2-on-2. Van Riemsdyk did not get a shot off as he was checked by Rob Scuderi, the solid stay-at-home defenseman who won a Stanley Cup with the Penguins. Parlayed right into a good contract with the Kings. Voracek trying to hold off the King as he controlled the puck. Zaros to Van Riemsdyk, and now Voracek emerges with it. Voracek wheeling out toward the slot, takes the shot right into the red basket of Quick, and no further play. Less than 6 minutes to play in period number 1. Tonight's Flyers-Kings first period is being brought to you by McDonald's. Pick up 20 crispy chicken McNuggets for $4.99 or a 20-piece chicken McNuggets meal for $9.99. McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Kia Motors. Kia, the power to surprise. Between periods 1 and 2, you will get analysis from Bill Clement and Al Morganti in the studios. They'll dissect period number 1. Thus far, Jonesy, it's been a very entertaining period, physical, and each team on the board once.
Yeah, good pace to it, no question about that. And the Flyers are looking to get back to that jump they had in the first 10 minutes of play. LA took some of that momentum back, and things have evened out here over the last little while.
He's moving up. There's Mitchell. Moving things down. His pass tipped away by Couturier. No spring Talbot. Kings back to the power play now. Brown is out of the box. 1 minute and 15 seconds with a man advantage, and they ice the puck. And the Flyers back for that touch-up. Gives us a chance to tell you about getting Philly sports when you are on the go. Delivered right to your smartphone. Be the first to know the latest on all of your Philly teams right from the palm of your hand. Download the free CSN Sports app now. Kings win the draw here.
I'm downloading it right now.
I can tell you, you're busy over there. You're so technically savvy. Here's Matt Reed.
Is this how you turn it on?
Having it up for Nodal. Nodal in all the way around. Centers it. Reed's there. Chop at it. But it was Johnson who poked it out of there just in time. Only the first short-handed goal of the year for the Flyers. Now Brown the other way. 40 seconds on the man advantage. Johnson to Richards for the one-timer, and the save by Rizgallo. In the corner, Richards emerges with the puck. Got it out in front, but lost it there, and Timonen clears.
Yeah, good defensive play by Andre Mazzaros there. Mike Richards had a step and was heading towards the net. Mazzaros cut him off, and Timonen in perfect position to grab the puck and send it down the ice.
Mitchell after it here will push it into the Philadelphia zone. Aiden Coburn backhands, didn't get much on that as he was checked. Using one last foray here on the power play. Brown, the captain, back out to Johnson. Third overall pick in the draft. At one point, Johnson has a ton of offensive skill, could be an adventure defensively. Flyers able to get the puck past him and down the ice. Rier's out of the box, back to full strength hockey. Ticked out about 4 minutes remaining in this first period. Andreas Lilja, Matt Carl, and he'll play it in. Tipping it there for Justin Williams. He turned it over to Lilja. On the wall. Here's Voracek. The pass, the shot. Carl, and the save made by Quick again. He's been good here in period number 1.
Well, Captain Chris Prong on the Flyers return home next Thursday at 7 p.m. to take on Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. The Flyers will continue their 3-game homestand on Saturday against the St. Louis Blues at 7 p.m. For tickets, call 215-218-PUCK or visit PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. The month of August has moved past us.
Yes, it has. Unless you're talking about next year, and it's fast approaching. Here's Voracek. Voracek toward the slot. The shot and a kick saved by Quick in traffic. Voracek showing some of that patience he has with the puck. And he finally did get the shot off, but Quick able to get to it. Captain Quick constantly has to preserve his spot as the #1 goaltender with Franklin Bernier behind him, a talented guy as well. Boy, he's a good goaltender. Quick. Rier shoved down, no call. Crowd not happy with that. Lilja beats Richardson to the puck, though. The Flyers are back in good shape. Lilja, nice play to Mazzaros, and now Simmons. Big long strides of Wayne Simmons. Able to jab the puck into the Los Angeles zone. Flyers have outshot the Kings 11-7 here in the first period. Both teams have had their opportunities with a man advantage, and both teams have tallied with a power play. Green winding that one in, and Timonen's back. And did he not get to the red line when he dumped that in? Was that icing?
Looks like that's what the call was, and the referees were really quick to get in there to make sure that Kyle Clifford didn't take a run at Kimmo Timonen, and Clifford had him lined up and was looking to throw the body check, and the linesmen were very fast to get in there. There's the numbers for Kimmo Timonen on Wednesday night, as Coatsy talked about in the open. 7 blocked shots and picked up an assist and a ton of ice time.
I asked him about that at practice the other day, and I said, you got blocks in just about every body part there. He said, that's just part of the job. He says he'd rather have him down below the the thigh area on down. He says he'll take them off the skates, the knees, and all that, but the ones up high tend to sting. He got one off the shoulder. He said that it stung a little the other night, but he said, very matter-of-factly, just comes with my job description. Boy, is he good at it.
Remember John LeClaire talking the same way at the other end of the ice when you're standing in front of the goalie, too. You don't mind when they hit the shin pads. You don't like them as much when they hit you on the top of the head.
You're right there. That one hitting the tip of Bryzgalov's glove and then going up over and actually skittered off the top of the net. Nearly found the net. Is Bryzgalov checking out his glove right now, saying they're holding it. Fortunately for the Flyers, it stayed out. That puck deflects into the Los Angeles bench. Tick below 2 minutes remaining in the first period. He's still looking at it.
We'll take one more look at it ourselves to see exactly what happened. There was a quick shot in the slot area, and it just kind of wobbled off the glove. It was a bit of a knuckleballer coming in towards Bryzgalov there.
He's had to have a couple of real good saves on a couple of occasions. I'm looking right over the shoulder of the shooter, and it looks like, oh man, that puck is nailed far corner, and all of a sudden, right at the last second, he gets that glove up.
Not sure what they're discussing right now in the face-off circle. All four officials are there to discuss something.
Our EA Sports player profile. Focus. Kanye, you saw listening in on that conversation moments ago. Those are his Flyer numbers. Very impressive. Climbed into the top 10. And he basically grew up here in Philadelphia. Arrived as a youngster, teenager, and became a man. Now has 2 kids. Has had another child since he left Philadelphia, and his wife Corinne enjoying the Manhattan Beach area of Los Angeles, where they're going to live. He plays with the Kings.
He's extremely happy to be part of the LA Kings. He didn't seem as happy to be a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning, so it was interesting to talk to Simone before the game.
You know what? He was quite adamant about the fact that he's happier this year than last, although last year maybe not individually in terms of big numbers. The team obviously went on a great run and had a great year, but he likes the situation better in LA. Here's Scott Hartnell moving up. The pass to Couturier. His shot off the outside of the mesh. Some of the fans were ready to celebrate. Coburn's shot goes wide. Reed to the carom. Back out to Timonen. He'll wind up in blast. That one off of Williams. Bounces to Coburn. Into the final minute of the period. There's Matt Reed. Through to Coburn. His shot stuffed aside. Nice little pass by Reed. Seen a couple from Couturier and Reed. See their skill level. And
both the passes were to Braden Colbert, who's been very aggressive in the offensive zone, jumping into holes, and has real trust that the forwards will back him up.
Hartnell with a blast. Save, quick rebound. Couturier had a bouncing puck. Then he tried to center it. Bounces in front. Reed trying to gather as the puck. 30 seconds in the period. Reed a shot. Redirected by Couturier. Save quick. He's got it again. Couturier tried to center, but Quick had his paddle down. Now Reed and Couturier showing off their stuff here in period number 1. Now Reed nearly stole the puck again from Green. Lulia tried to keep it in, but now the Kings get it past him. Here's Richards. Hearing the boos again. They get louder every time he touches the puck. Cross it goes. The shot, more save. Bryzgalov with a man right in his lap, and that was Dustin Brown, is getting roughed up now by Hartnell. And the period comes to an end. Great pace to end the period. And it's 1-1 through 20 minutes, Jonesy.
Yeah, Bryzgalov, a real nice save at the end of the period with a lot of traffic in front, and the Flyers head into the locker room, tied up at 1 apiece.
Well, we at CSN, at Comcast Sportsnet, and the Flyers broadcast crew lost a great friend and co-worker during the offseason. Jan Roman passed away after a long and courageous battle. More, here's Coatsy.
We always use the term family when we talk about the television crew around here because of the amount of time that we spend together, as well as, well, the teamwork that's needed on a daily basis. Well, we lost one of those family members this past summer when Jennifer Roman, a longtime associate producer here, lost a long and courageous battle to cancer. You know, her knowledge of the job, special ability to work with others, and a personality that made everyone feel better were all traits that can't be replaced. Her real family came first, though, where her devotion to her husband, Michael, and 2 children, Michael and Allie, took a back seat to no one. And with her passing, we understand even more what a special person she was.
Welcome inside the studios here in Philadelphia after 20 minutes. 1-1. Flyers and Kings intermission live here in Philly. Al Morganti with Bill Clement. Before the game, Bill, we're all looking at Mike Richards, and you said, well, whatever happens, it could be really interesting early in the game. Yeah. Some sparks just from the starting lineups.
Well, it could be sparks because Peter Laviolette countered the Mike Richards line with his fourth line that features Zach Rinaldo on the left side. He's a ferocious hitter, especially open ice. He takes a lot of penalties near the boards. He's trying to clean his act up a little bit there, but in open ice, he announced to the world and to Drew Doughty on the very first shift of the game that he must skate with his head up, and when he doesn't, things like this happen. Ronaldo came back, was in his lane, and nailed him. That's when Dustin Penner decided to take exception to it, locked horns with Ronaldo. But Ronaldo can also really fight. He's not a big man. He's probably less than a middleweight, but he takes on anybody. I saw him in some fight tapes take on guys in the minors last year, 6'5", 6'6". Didn't matter how big, how strong, how tough, he took them all on.
You know what happens here? In addition to that, Doughty plays like under 2 minutes in the game, and they get a power play.
Yeah, that is key. That Drew Doughty, and you picked up on that, only played 2 shifts. That shift where he got nailed by Ronaldo, and 1 shift after that, he's a mainstay on the blue line for the LA Kings, so he may or may not be back in the second period. We'll watch for that. But the Flyers' power play is starting to show some signs of becoming really cohesive, and they were able to capitalize on it. It was interesting that period. Both teams had 5-on-3s, didn't get anything on it. Ended up with a 5-on-4 once the 5-on-3 expired, and both scored on the 5-on-4.
And we will take a look at that when we come back here on Intermission Report. Al Morganti with Bill Clement. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Intermission Live after 1-1. Flyers and Kings. Interesting first period. Lots of stuff, fisticuffs, a lot of action. Flyers get on the board first right after the power play, and Danny Briere, who's off again to a good start.
I could have scored this one. And correction. I said the Flyers scored on a power play. Both of their power plays had expired. The 5-on-3 and the 5-on-4. They were still in the power play configuration, though, although they won't get credit for it. But this is why Jaromir Jagr is so valuable on a power play. When he got the puck down low, everybody kind of froze. You don't know what he's going to do. And believe me, he's capable of taking 2 strides himself to the front of the net, and there was room to do that and firing away. Instead, he waited and waited, had a little bit of a decoy in front, some help there, and Danny Briere just had to pull the trigger from really close range to let it rip. James Van Riemsdyk, a good job in front, though, making sure that he took some of the heat away from Danny Briere.
And if the Kings thought the Kings were going to go easily, not the case.
No, the LA Kings have some very skilled players and talented players. Justin Williams, to me, missed this shot. It looked like he launched it end over end, and Ilya Brizgalov got a piece of it. Watch this. I mean, it started to flutter as soon as he let it go, and Brizgalov just about got enough of it to deflect it over the crossbar, but it pinked off it and in, and it looked like it took a real funny bounce when it hit the ice, too, after it hit the crossbar. But, hey, listen, the Flyers, if they want to play a special teams game and they end up too much in the penalty box, as far as I'm concerned, they're taken away from one of their strengths, which is their 4-line depth. I mean, that's one of the things that Peter Laviolette has that few teams can boast, all the way down the lineup from Couturier as the 3rd-line center and Talbot as the 4th-line center. If you're in and out of the penalty box too much, you can't showcase that even strength 4-line power that you have.
All right, we'll see what happens in the next 20 minutes. Mike Richards on the ice. A lot of ice time for the former Flyers captain. After 1, it's 1-1. Flyers and Kings. Bill and I will be back after the second period.
Center is brought to you by your Philadelphia area Volkswagen dealers. Visit VWDealer.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery, benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. First period in the books. Odd at 1. Danny Briere got the Flyers on top with his first of the year power play goal. And then former Flyer Justin Williams retaliated with a power play goal of his own from Gagne and Mitchell. 1-1 through one.
Take a look inside the game. Flyers ended up with a 14-9 shot on goal advantage. It was 8-1 at one point. LA Kings got things going with a power play goal. They went 1 for 4 in the power play. Flyers 1 for 2 in their power play attempts. And both teams generated a lot of shots with the man advantage. Flyers had 9 different players with a shot on goal in the first period, so good divided up offensive opportunities.
As for the response meter for Mike Richards in his return, when his welcome back was put on the scoreboard, it was largely positive. Standing ovation, 80-20. When he touched the puck, the boos got louder and louder every time. Coatsy has something for us downstairs.
Well, Terry Murray came onto the bench absolutely on fire, looking for Francois St. Laurent, the referee, and he was still complaining about the hit by Ronaldo on Doughty. And all I could see was he was upset the fact that he felt that Ronaldo left his feet. And that basically was the bottom line of the argument. But boy, I'll tell you what, was he hot.
We have not gotten any further report on Drew Doughty. I do not believe he is on the bench as the Kings come out for the start of the second period. And no teaming him will throw that puck through center ice. This will be icing on Philadelphia unless Talbot can get there. And he did, apparently, along with Nodal. So the icing is canceled. The puck comes out in front. This shot was blocked. There's Van Riemsdyk. Didn't get it through. Max Talbot never gives up on a play, and that was an example of how it can lead to some good things.
It was interesting talking about the Zach Ronaldo hit. He didn't get another shift after that hit in the first period, but he started the second period here, and his first shift on the ice, Mike Richards took a run at him. So you can expect the LA Kings trying to come after Ronaldo.
Brizgalov pumps that to the corner, then it's sent right in on goal. It hits Brizgalov, bounces high in the air. Shot Richardson, saved Brizgalov, and out and it goes to Jágr. He'll send Van Riemsdyk to center. Van Riemsdyk will pitch it deeper into the Los Angeles zone. Giroux first to it, lifts the stick of a King, and then got to the puck. Jágr's there to help him out. Jágr fighting off the checking of Stoll. Jágr around behind. Jágr got it out in front, but it eluded Giroux as he was cutting one way and the puck bounced the other. And Ethan Moreau will send into the Philadelphia zone. Lilia. It's a hit in the corner. And it goes. Van Riemsdyk could not handle it. Now it bounces in the air, still in play. Giroux after it as well. He took a hit, didn't like it. And the puck to center ice. Van Riemsdyk pestering Davis Drewski, forcing him back, and the Flyers make a change. Jágr looking to get off on that change. And now he will. Drewski heads up. He's playing in his first game. He was scratched in the first 3 for the Kings. Alec Martinez is out. Williams swatting that one into the goal mouth area. Now took care of that, and now it's Mazaros. Reversing for Andreas Lilia. Lilia up the wall. Briere back. And now it's Voracek. Voracek finding some room. Dishes to Briere. Briere in the slot. Shot! And the save made by Quick as Simmons let fly. Great setup, and this line looking for chemistry, and they showed some right there on the rush. Now it's Voracek to Simmons. Simmons away from Drewski. Finds Briere, up to Carl for a shot, and that one deflected away and taken by Johnson. And then Gagne will play it in.
Some good work in the offensive zone. Again, it was Simmons with a quick shot, and Jonathan Quick sliding across to make that save.
Penalty here. Carl is being impeded by Gagne, and the call will go against Simone.
They got the stick up, right in the face.
Delayed penalty as Simmons takes the pass here. Free rush for the Flyers. Simmons. The pass to Briere. Briere trying to center. That's blocked by Green. And there's your whistle. The Flyers will go to the power play.
Take a look at the play made by Voracek and Briere right there, setting up Wayne Simmons with a quick snapshot there, and a nice save by Jonathan Quick.
Well, Briere is so good. We saw that great pass he made just like that to Mazaros for the winning goal the other night. Now let's take a look. Jonesy, I think you had some pretty good impressions of this first hit.
Yeah, to me it was full body contact by Zach Ronaldo in the first period on Drew Doughty right there. He did elevate a little bit, so you can see where Terry Murray's trying to make the argument, and there's the one right in front of you, Coatsy. Richards going after Ronaldo.
Just kind of rolling a little bit. I don't think that Richie really went after him. Yeah, we know that he can, because he's one of the better open ice hitters I think we've seen.
Green, a shot here is deflected away. If we get another look at that, I think he was after you, Coatsy. Ronaldo just sort of got in the way. I think
if he wanted to get me, he would have got me.
You're sort of stationary right about now.
Yeah.
Here's Giroux moving up. They'll play it around behind the net. He'll set it up, and the Kings able to clear. Third power play of the game for the Flyers. They have scored once. There's Pronger. Their point. There's an assist on the Philadelphia goal. Finds Giroux. Now Jagr wheeling in. Stops on a dime. Gets it back to Reed again. The rookie playing the point on the power play. Jagr holds on. Has a look. Reed takes the pass to Pronger. Pronger now for Giroux. Simmons is right in front. Mostly perimeter passing to this point. Giroux across, and that one for Reed was denied by Mitchell. Kept in by Pronger. This pass is for Jagr. Turning with it. Now a couple of Kings on him. And he's caught. Chance to clear here for Kopitar, but Reed gets to the puck. Cross ice it goes to Pronger. Shot! And that one off the stick in front to the corner. Jagr has it again. Back out it goes. Pronger has it. It's to Giroux, and now it's Jagr. They play catch. Giroux holds on. Now Pronger one-timer deflected. Save made by Quick on the redirect. And Brown will find Kopitar, and he'll skate it to center.
Kings do a good job of collapsing. Oh, yeah, that puck came back to Pronger, and he saw that collapsing going on. A lot of traffic in front of Quick, and that's when he saw it and said, hey, I'm taking the big shot here.
Andy Briere with speed through center. Right wing to Voracek. Steam rolling on in around the other side. Voracek will settle things along the wall. Final seconds of the power play. Briere centering, hoping for Van Riemsdyk. It never got to him. Out of the box jumps Gagne. He's got the pass. It's a 2-on-1 with Richardson. Gagne holds to Richardson. Stopped by Bryzgalov, and he'll cover. He had a double clutch ever so slightly, and that gave Bryzgalov time to slide across and make the save.
Yeah, real heads-up play by Simon Gagne, and Bryzgalov just slides across in perfect position. Gagne slides around the defender, Timonen right there, and sets up Richardson. Not a lot of real estate left for Richardson, and Bryzgalov keeps it out.
When you leave your feet, you're out of the play. You see Timonen, oh boy, if he can get a piece of that puck on Gagne, it's a dandy. But Richardson now gets the puck. But Bryzgalov, he absolutely timed it perfectly. If he moves any further to his left, Richardson's got him.
Now the Flyers move back to Couturier. Shot blocked. Got a backhander off save. Quick. He gets bumped into. But everything allowed as the puck goes out to center ice. Quick now barking. And the referee closest to him thought there was an interference call warranted there. Gagne centering. Went off the stick. Hartnell drops back, tries to clear, and does get the puck to the neutral zone. We approach the 6-minute mark of this second period. 1-1 the score. There's Stoll moving in. Trying to center. He was stripped by Carl, who clears the zone. Billy Mitchell blasted in. Hartnell a bit flat-footed there and able to get to the puck is Clifford. Now Clifford emerges with the puck, gets a shot off. It goes wide. Good area around behind. Carl is there ahead for Hartnell. Chipped it. It bounces to Couturier. And he got it out of the zone, but not much further. Taken back by the Kings and shoveled into the zone by Trevor Lewis. Now it's centered out in front, but Max Talbot has it for Philadelphia. He'll clear it all the way down, and this will be icing on Philadelphia as Scuderi goes for the touch-up. Our Geico quote of the night comes from the former King and current Flyer, Wayne Simmons. You know, everybody talking about Richards. He's playing his former team for the first time too, Wayne Simmons, and he says he has a little bit to prove. But it's all about the team, similar to what Mike Richards said. You could almost put that quote up for Mike Richards.
And Simmons has been very effective in this game. He's had some offensive opportunities and continues to look real good in the orange and black uniform.
Draw the puck back toward the point. Couturier was impeded. Mitchell shot redirected right into Bryzgalov. He didn't know where it was. It was underneath him. It remains tied at 1.
Tied 1-1 here in the second period. Let's take a look at our Audi truth and engineering play of the game. Right there, you see Mike Richards. Good hand-eye coordination. Knocks that puck down, and Ilya Bryzgalov's able to squeeze it between his legs there. He knows it's not in the net. He's not entirely sure what piece of equipment he's hiding it underneath, but Matt Carl's there to make sure it doesn't slide in behind his goaltender. And Mike Richards tries to engineer that goal.
That close to a goal in his return. Instead, it's still a 1-1 game. Still no report, by the way, on Drew Doughty. He has not come back since taking that hit. Not speculating here, but he did have a concussion last year, which impacted him early in the season, and some felt he never really got back to the level he was at the season before, but hopefully that's not the situation here. Justin Penner trying to move up. And out in front he goes Richards, and he's checked from behind by Simmons just as he went to take a shot, and then Richards with a huge hit as he nailed Voracek.
What did I say about open ice hits?
And play is stopped.
I think it's a high stick of the puck.
Waiting for a signal from one of the referees. Never did get a signal. Simmons does go back after Richards. And Richie replying verbally. I thought that if Richie would get a big hit in this game, it would probably come against either Simmons or another of the guys who didn't play here as Flyers with him. But then again, once Richie gets involved in the game, he's thinking all about the game. He might go and hit Scott Hartnell, his good friend. You know, that's just the way.
And Coates said it, one of the best open ice hitters in the league. Take it, Coates.
Oh, when he's got the opportunity, he's going to look for that guy. See, he's looking, and then all of a sudden, well, Voracek's got his head down.
Yeah.
He's playing the puck, so what do? You take the man. And he had his shoulders down, had his stick down, and it was a clean check.
Well, he got Voracek and Simmons quickly, showing it's really another aspect of his game that Flyer fans are going to like. He was right to the aid of his new teammate, and so he had the former Flyer and the former King going face to face. Now a whistle right off the draw, and I think the Richards hit has raised the temperature level of this game just a bit.
Yeah, you made a really good point, though, from a player's perspective. When you get traded for somebody, that is the guy that you want to target when you play him the next game. This is Voracek here, of course, and the puck had just kind of altered its course as Richards did catch Voracek in the head there. But I think there was enough of a simultaneous change of direction of the puck that Richards would be able to get away with that hit.
Of course, with the rules this year, it's not necessarily about blind side, east, west, any of that. It's if they feel the head was targeted and if they feel the player who gets hit was defenseless.
Yeah, and it was the primary point of contact as well.
Yeah. Just getting a report now that Drew Doughty is out with an upper body injury, doubtful to return, not expected to return to this hockey game. Scuderi a shot here, and that one knocked down as tried to deflect it. The outlet for Jágr just out of his reach. Big sigh from the crowd. Trying to see Jaromir Jágr get on the board. Drew will drop it back. Zaros with a pass. And Riemsdyk to Jágr. Jágr to the slot. The shot blocked. Scuderi stayed right with him. Now Brad Richardson the other way, but he's forced back by Mazzaros. If Jágr weren't getting scoring chances, I think there'd be reason for concern, but he's right around the net.
And when you see him in that area of the ice, one of the most dangerous players in the league with the puck on his stick there, Rob Scuderi made a real sound defensive play to keep him away from getting that shot on net.
Matt Reed will float one in. That's knocked down by Jaworski with a high stick. And so as he plays it, the whistle stops play. Scott Hartnell is wearing a microphone for us. Our live wire, as we call it. Let's listen in.
This guy. Let's have a competition who can throw the best saucer pass the rest of the game. The guy was right there, but you just throw it hard back door. It's either he's going to hit it in or it's going to go off my stick. Yeah. Good play, though. Good try.
You better wire him next game because I got to get even with him. He got him with a bottle of water the other day.
Oh, really? What, practice or in the game?
Right here.
Really?
Yeah.
How dare he do that? Doesn't he know it's in your contract that can't happen?
Well, he can do anything he wants.
That's true. The players can sort of. Don't let them know that, though, Coach.
I haven't had an opportunity to talk to Jones about it.
Reed with a shot and a save made by Quick. I don't think Jonesy could protect you any more up here. Here's Couturier to Pronger. Down low, Reed in front, trying to tip it home. The Flyers, and that was Hartnell, but he could not get much on it. Flyers keep it in. Here's Couturier trying to get that back to the point. You heard Hartnell talking with Couturier, and There they were, nearly connecting on the goal. Here's Plogger trying to roll that one to the corner. That's knocked away and out to center ice. Missing glove. The Kings without a glove. As Hartnell moves up, turns, has a look, winds and fires. Going wide off the skater shin pad. There's that glove. And tossed around the ice as the puck rolls ahead. Hartnell is there. Centers it in front. Nearly getting to that was Max Talbot. The other way goes Justin Williams with Penner. And Williams decides to chip in. And Timonen will get to Coburn. Ahead. Andreas Knodel charging through center. Slams on the brakes. His pass back to Timonen. Timonen weaving his way in, all the way around. Centered it. They kick at it, and it bounces free. Penner will one-hand it out in center, looking for Westgarth. But Braden Coburn beats him to the puck. And now it's Timonen with a blast. It's blocked, and he gets decked by Green. Ronaldo gets grabbed by Green. They both go to the ice. Play carries on. Lewis moving up. Ronaldo now wrapped up with Westgarth. They spin around. Play continues. No whistle yet. And now finally they blow play dead as those. Oh, and then a shot over the top by Westgarth to Ronaldo. That should draw at least an extra 2. As Westgarth would not be denied, even though there were linesmen there, and even though Ronaldo never dropped his stick.
Well, Stephen Miller had the two really apart. Oh, he was doing a heck of a job. They wanted to go. Don't get me wrong. And then all of a sudden, Breezeball came in, the other linesman, to help out.
Well, Westgarth ends up without his gloves and stick, and Ronaldo has both gloves in his stick. That usually means one guy's getting penalized and maybe the other guy isn't. There's the overhand right by Westgarth. We'll tell you about the penalties when we come back.
Yeah. 1-1 the score as things are heating up here a little bit. Some really good hits in this period. You can see right there a lot of good open ice hits. But the key is that it's getting angrier. As you see Richards there with Voracek, and they're right at the end. Westgarth, and this is Zach Ronaldo. Now, Westgarth wanted a piece of Ronaldo. He got a little bit more active in it. Ronaldo, well, he didn't really deserve what he got. But what they did get is 2 and 10. And you can see Terry Murray, he's not very happy. Peter Laviolette wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy.
Nobody's happy. That happens so often. Our producer, Ryan Cooper, said that means they got it right. He's probably right. Got a point there, yeah. If they're both happy or they're both unhappy, you got it right. But in this case, 2 and 10. Clifford serving the penalty for Los Angeles. Knodel for the Flyers. As with 9:30 remaining in the period, Westgarth and Ronaldo are done for the rest of this stanza. And so some 4-on-4 hockey here. Danny Briere moves up to center. Briere flips to Voracek. Voracek to the slot. This shot blocked. A lot of blocked shots for the Kings. Briere and spin away from Scuderi. Got it to Voracek. Jitterbugs his way free. Makes a nice maneuver, and then at the last second, Scuderi stole the puck. Rob Scuderi, an underappreciated defenseman, but he's done a good job. The top 4 here with the Kings after that good year, especially the playoff run with Pittsburgh. And Willie Mitchell down behind. Timonen and Brown eliminate each other, and Braden Coburn to the puck. Toss for Briere. Now it's Coburn again on the attack. He'll backhand that one into the chest of Quick, who pins it right there.
Well, you can join the Flyers in the National Hockey League as a partner for the annual Hockey Fights Cancer Initiative on Monday, October the 24th at 7 p.m. during the Flyers matchup against the Toronto Maple Leafs. All fans will receive a cancer awareness rally towel presented by Toyota. For tickets, call 215-218-PUCK or visit PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
We get back to those penalties. Ronaldo, on the replay, you could see he got a couple of Kings on the bench with his stick. And I don't have to draw. Quick had to be alert right there. I'm not so sure. You can't read Zach Ronaldo's mind, but I'm not so sure that didn't get him his penalty, because it almost looked as though there's a little intent there.
Yeah, and the referee was right there.
Yeah.
I think they made the right call, calm things down a little bit. What a play by Claude Giroux off that draw.
He's doing this more and more often.
A little more difficult to do it on the side he's on right now, but on his forehand over here, faking like he's going to go back and just firing it against Jarrett Stoll, one of the better center icemen in the National Hockey League.
Giroux's had a great night on draws right there. Won the faceoff, then redirected the shot by Carl, but Quick Able to make the save. Now spinning away with the puck is Jagr. He lost it, though, and had to poke it back out to Mazaros in center ice. That was about as quick as you can get to winning a draw and almost scoring a goal. I mean, he won it cleanly and then got back to the deflection in front.
It's knowing what you're going to do before you take the face-off. And that's exactly what Giroux did there against Stoll again. So very good on both sides of the ice, creating 2 offensive opportunities.
Stoll was 5th in the NHL in face-off winning percentage last year, so that's not easily done. Beating him like that twice in a row. 12 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. 7:40 in this second period. Here's Giroux. Nifty maneuver around Richardson. To the circle. Another nifty maneuver. Taken down, penalty. Oh, the magic of Giroux, and he's a little slow getting up. But he is incredible. What a shift he's had here. Couple of great face-offs, and then his puck handling, and he hears the Giroux chant from the crowd.
Boy, he can make you look bad, Coatsy. Amazing moves for the neutral zone.
It's good news and bad news. The good news is you got a penalty. The bad news, I wanted to see the next move. Because I figure once he got by Green, something good was going to happen.
They don't make the arena big enough. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And the Flyers will try to carry that momentum on the power play right here. Giroux gets a breather, and you can bet he'll be right back on the ice. Peter Laviolette just watched that demonstration over the last minute or so, and Claude Giroux will get some oxygen and get back out there.
In the meantime, Van Riemsdyk, Briere, and Voracek up front. Teaming into the puck. It's a 4-on-3 and now a 5-on-4. The shot, Van Riemsdyk, and the save. Quick's mask is off, so the play will be stopped. And it's a 5-on-4 now as the concurrent minors have ended, and Quick will get his mask back.
Another big blast. Van Riemsdyk laying into one, and again the traffic is there. It was Danny Briere set up in front of Jonathan Quick, and Dan O'Halloran was quick to make the call when the mask came off. It's hard not to say Quick with that guy. I don't know why.
I'd like him to change, because what we do is we say quick. Boy, he's quick. That was quick. Boy, hey, it was really quick.
He was quick to take his mask off.
Really quick.
But hey, he's just like his name. There's no question about it. Quickly, we'll tell you about Eagles pregame live Sunday. Comcast Sportsnet, the only place for total Eagles coverage. Get expert analysis from the panel, including former Eagle Trey Thomas, plus Derek Gunn's exclusive one-on-one with Eagles middle linebacker Jamar Chaney. On Eagles pregame live, total Eagles Redskins coverage Sunday starting at noon only on Comcast Sportsnet. Must win for the Eagles tomorrow. The McDonald's power play payoff contested. Flyers trying to take the lead with the man advantage. Even surveying as he moves up. His passes to Van Riemsdyk. Pivots. Drops it back. Briere settles the puck. All the way across to Timonen. Dvorak, he missed it. Goes behind the net to Van Riemsdyk. On the wall, Carl had also just a jab at the puck. It goes into the corner. Kings surging to it. Briere's there spinning it up the wall. Timonen hustles over to keep it in. Dvorak. Dvorak trying to get it down low to Briere, and it was intercepted. Kopitar will backhand to center.
Scuderi gets a stick on everything in his vicinity. A great job there, reaching, knocking that play away from Dvorak.
We'll try again. Van Riemsdyk up the middle, busting it on goal, and it's Scuderi again with a lunge to knock it away on cue. Carl across for Timonen. Back to Carl one time. Save Quick, and it may have gone off. Voracek at the side of the net, but it stayed out. Guys getting their chances now, or at least close to getting chances. They're changing. Jagr aims the line, dishes to Giroux. Giroux quickly takes a look. Back out Pronger. Or Mazaros lining it up. Decided against the shot. Pronger has no lane. Back to Mazaros. His pass misses. Jagr. Simmons was set up for a screen in front. Great job there by Giroux just to get a piece of that puck, but Mazaros could not keep it in. 13 seconds left on the power play. Jagr off the wall with it across. Giroux takes a look and dishes to Pronger. Pronger to Mazaros, the one-timer, misses the target by a diving Giroux, and all the way down. That takes care of the power play. So back to full strength hockey. 5:25 remaining second period. They've not had a goal since the 11:29 mark of period number one. The way this game started, I thought we were going to see another 5-4 kind of game, but it has settled down. 1-1. This will be icing.
Well, let's take a look at our Taco Bell value play of the game, and it's Rob Scuderi. We just talked about how he's been getting the stick on everything. Van Riemsdyk, great speed, and there's the stick with number 7 in white. Rob Scuderi sliding across and courting that offensive opportunity for James Van Riemsdyk. It's our Taco Bell value play of the game.
There's a guy who scored 5 goals in 459 NHL games, and his coaches could care less because he is so good defensively. Well, people thought he was just sort of a guy that would hang on as a number 6 in the NHL until those playoffs with the Penguins. And he was very good. Centering pass there. This is the target. Chance in transition for the Flyers. Hartnell moving up with it. Left wing feed for Reed. The play does somehow stay on side. Reed will turn it down low, hoping for Hartnell. Hartnell trying to work away from Mitchell. Does. Up the wall with it is pass to the middle. Nicely taken by Coburn, but he ends up having to glove it out to center ice. That could have been going back the other way. Coburn did well to prevent that. Now Reed, left wing feed for Coburn. That's cut off. Coburn a hit, let up. Didn't run into the player Trevor Lewis all that hard. So the damage done. Lewis will send the puck into the Philadelphia zone. Wrapped around the boards. In center, hoping he would get to him was Hartnell, but it's cut off by Penner. This cross-ice pass off a stick, and look out, Coetzee, and look out, Los Angeles bench. Everybody's okay.
1-1 the score. Let's take a look at our Wells Fargo great check of the game. Boy, there was a lot of anticipation about this one, of course, with Mr. Richards coming back. But how about this hit on one of the better players, and we talked about him, Drew Doughty of the Los Angeles Kings. Zach Ronaldo takes him out in open ice. Doughty has not come back. Ronaldo, well, he got a penalty, but the bottom line is that started this game off in a very heavy fashion, knocks Doughty out, which hurts the Kings, and so that's our Wells Fargo great check of the game.
Just 24 seconds into the game, Ronaldo throwing that body check and then dropping the gloves with Dustin Penner right after.
Doughty did come back and have one more shift, and then he has not been seen since, and an upper body injury, not expected to return. Voracek across for Coburn, in front, unable to control with Simmons, and then Quick was there to prevent anything. It was a bang-bang. It would have been in the net. Here's Simmons again, and that puck bounces over his stick. Back out to Timonen. Down behind for Briere. Trying to keep it alive for Voracek. Instead, it set up the board to Timonen. Winds it right back in off Briere. Coburn could not get to it in front of Penner. Penner will just redirect it out to center ice.
Timo Timonen with the right idea there. Danny Briere hiding in behind Jonathan Quick, but a little too much on that wraparound attempt on the boards.
Flyers changing here. Timonen all the way up ice. And he's got Hartnell. Hartnell muscling his way to the side of the net and taken in by Willie Mitchell. Still stayed on his skates, did Hartnell. He's after the puck again. Mitchell gets him again. Down goes another King as Richardson was grabbed down. Noto working hard. And Noto gets the puck, but his pass back to the point tip. Now Mazzaros able to get his stick on it, but Uchimura will turn it out through center and down the ice. This would have been icing, but Richardson will get the angle and touch the puck in front of Lilia, so the icing canceled. Up the wall, Willie Mitchell's there. Right back into the corner. The battle ensues. 3 Kings on 2 Flyers now. Talbot moves in to even things up. Takes a hit for his trouble, but work the puck free to the corner. And Lilia will scoop one out through center and down the ice. Matt Johnson is back to get to it. A little head fake on Van Riemsdyk. And the pass to Morrow as Talbot nearly got Johnson. And they hit. Brown and Lilia topple to the ice, and here's Van Riemsdyk. Lilia ahead for Jágr. Dumps it in off of Drewski. Van Riemsdyk centering for Giroux. He slashed, penalty. Flyers will go back to the power play. Giroux looking at his hand as he has drawn another penalty on the Kings.
Flyers defense have been real active in trying to create offensive scoring opportunities with some great passes. Braden Coburn right here to Wayne Simmons, and Simmons just misses that one as it slides off the heel of his stick. And then Kimmo Timonen, look at this pass here. That's perfect timing right to Scott Hartnell, who tried to drive to the front of that, and then Claude Giroux gets slashed on the hands going to the front of that. It was Scuderi that got him.
Get those low gloves. Guys used to have that glove go right up to the bottom of the elbow pad, but now the rules have changed. That slash has been supposedly taken out of the game. And right there, Giroux gets it right between the elbow pad and the glove. And the referee very quick to make that call on Rob Scuderi.
And Scuderi, one of the better penalty killers for the Kings. So he is off the ice. He's still able to clear the zone. Off of that face-off. Pronger and Reed on the points. Jágr, Simmons, and Giroux up front. Here's Giroux accepting the pass. Right back across ice for Jágr. Tried to drop it to Giroux. Intercepted by Kopitar. He was laying in the weeds right there, and he'll clear the puck down the ice.
Yeah, Kopitar and Richards to start that penalty kill for the LA Kings. Two real dangerous guys while shorthanded.
The fans are all too well aware of that with Richards. 5th all-time Flyers in shorthanded goals in his 6 years here. Pronger the shot. Batted away by Quick. The rebound poked away from Simmons. He's able to emerge with the puck, though. Simmons settling things down. Has a look. Looking for an option. He'll go down low to Jágr. Jágr around behind. Looks in front. Reed a dip down low. Now he moves back to the point. The pass never makes it to Simmons. Now it's free to the other side of the ice. Simmons and Mitchell pursuing, and Mitchell will get there first and backhand all the way down. So the Flyers will change. The 5th power play opportunity of the game. Had some chances. They scored with their first, but more asserted power play offensive zone time. They won't get it here as they're denied at the blue line. Carl goes back. Half-minute remaining in the period. 4 seconds more than that on the power play. Briere will drill it in. Lewinsky after it. Bounces free to Voracek. Voracek, the pass out to Carl. Tips the team back to Carl for a shot. Didn't have much on it, and it was blocked by Stoll. Stoll taking his time. 14 seconds in the period. Decides why not take a rush. Carl says, that's why not. And he rubs him out of the play. Time for one last rush, perhaps. 5 seconds. Van Riemsdyk barreling up ice. Van Riemsdyk to the back and tried to flip it in front, but it was cut off and cleared by the Kings, and that's how the second period comes to an end. Just 4 seconds remaining on the Scuderi minor. No scoring in period number 2. Quick and Bryzgalov have been good. Quick's been busier. He's had 25 saves to make thus far. Bryzgalov has stopped 15. Tonight's Flyers Kings second period brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Downstairs we go. Steve Coates at the chat with Braden Coburn.
Well, Colby, it's obviously a very tight hockey game, but boy, the defensive plays, especially for guys like yourself, you've done a great job of protecting in front of Bryzgalov.
He's made some big saves when he's had to, so we got to continue that.
Let's talk about your offensive abilities. We talk about the great job you're doing in front of Bryzgalov. You had a couple of great passes in that period.
We got to just keep putting pucks in net. Their goalie's playing well, and we just got to keep putting opportunities, and we'll get one in the third here.
Thanks, Colby.
Thanks.
Braden Coburn, who's been very active in the offensive end in this game. No payoff quite yet. Here's what's coming up between periods 2 and 3. More from Bill and Al in the studio as they look back at the first 40 minutes here from the Wells Fargo Center. Flyers and Kings tied at 1.
Taco Bell's double extra large chalupa. It's double this seasoned beef, warm nacho cheese sauce, all packed into a crispy double extra large chalupa shell at participating locations for limited time.
And welcome to Taco Bell Presents Flyers Intermission Live. After 2 periods now, we've got 1-1 Flyers and Kings. Physical contest here in South Philadelphia. Al Morganti with Bill Clement safely in the studio here. And there are some places, there aren't many places out there that are safe tonight. That's some dangerous areas out on that ice tonight.
Yeah, there have been some really good hits, especially open ice. Zach Ronaldo started the game on the very first shift by downing Drew Doughty. Doughty played one more shift and didn't come back. And then in this second period, it was Mike Richards' turn. You know what? I don't care what you think of Mike Richards. You had to be a fan of this hit if you like good, clean, hard hockey hitting. That was Jake Voracek that was trying to cut to the middle. Bad idea with Mike Richards on the ice. And if there hadn't been so many peacemakers in the way here between Wayne Simmons and Mike Richards, we might have seen the same kind of aftermath to a hit that we saw when Ronaldo nailed Doughty in the first period, but there were too many guys in between.
How do you get rid of the peacemakers? I need to get rid of them.
You ask them to leave, but most of the time, if they're wearing stripes, the zebras won't leave.
All right, in the power play, there was the power play goal in that first period. We had it right, and they fixed it, the power play goal. But the Flyers' power play hasn't cashed in with all the opportunities they've had.
No, they haven't. And what I noticed in that period was that when Claude Giroux drew a penalty because he got whacked in the leg, he and his line mates went off the ice, and Danny Briere came out with Jake Voracek and James Van Riemsdyk, and you can tell a hungry group when they're on the ice. Laviolette has two choices. He can either go with the Giroux group or the Briere group, and it depends who's going the best that'll play.
All right, Bill and I will be back right after this to take a look at two pretty good goaltenders tonight here at Intermission Live. Welcome back to Intermission Live. After two periods, 1-1, Flyers and LA Kings. Good one going here at the Wells Fargo Center. Al Morganti with Bill Clement. And through it all, through all the tough stuff and all the stuff about Mike Richards, the goaltenders have stood pretty tall at either end.
Yeah, they've done really well. And Ilya Bryzgalov was coming into this game after allowing 4 goals in his last outing. And I thought he had his best start of the season in the last game where he allowed four goals. But he's not been as busy as Jonathan Quick, but in decisions like this, and he really had to be quick on this 2-on-1 with Gagner making the play. He had to be quick going to the other side. But if you watch Jonathan Quick in goal for LA, you'll note a far more active style. Look how much more ground he covers. He's up, he's down to the side, he's out. He's not nearly as big a man as Ilya Bryzgalov, and that's the way he plays, very aggressively. He's one of the few guys that's able to get away with it in the NHL because he's so gifted athletically, and boy, is he a workhorse. He can play about 70 games a season if Terry Murray needs him to. So different styles, but it's working for both of them.
And with Bryzgalov, you saw when he came here, he really wanted the pressure of a big market. And even though these are early games, they're pressure games the way all the attention's been on the Flyers throughout the league, not just here in Philadelphia.
I think that was the big question, and that's the thing that Paul Holmgren and the Flyers organization had to confirm was, is Ilya Bryzgalov the kind of goaltender that can be really good in a small market where there's no, scalding spotlights burning his shoulders while he's in goal? Or is he a kind of guy that wants to win a Stanley Cup and wants to do that in a big market? And the early returns are really solid on Bryzgalov.
All right, and the early returns here, that's 2 periods in the books. The Flyers and Kings tied at 1-1. When we come back, we'll have the answers to whether Yager gets his first goal, if Richards drops the gloves, if we go to overtime. We'll have all those answers after the game. Thanks for tuning in to Intermission Live.
A whole lot of them. 7. Simone Gagner, Mike Richards, Justin Williams, Terry Murray, John Stevens, Ron Hextall, Dean Lombardi. They're all in the building tonight. Well, the Flyers head to Ottawa for their next game. They'll take on the Senators north of the border. First of 4 meetings this season between these two clubs. The Sens are trying to rebuild. A lot of young players on hand as they try to get back into contention. Flyers and Sens, our coverage begins Tuesday night at 7 o'clock on Comcast Sportsnet in high definition where available. Here's the breakdown of the schedule as it heats up for the Flyers here in October. Third period action after this. Our professional grade. And by Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum taste. Periods in the books and no scoring in that second period.
Yeah, still the Flyers with a decided advantage in shots, 26-16. LA no shots in the last 12 minutes and 17 seconds of that second period. And the power plays continue to be the only way either team has scored in this game. Well, Flyer fans get flyered up at the all-new 47 brand store at the Wells Fargo Center. The throwback vintage long sleeve t-shirts and outerwear are perfect to show your support for the Flyers during the fall and winter months. Come down 2 hours prior to a Flyers home game and shop for your whole family.
Certainly some new jerseys to get. Plenty of them with the changes that have gone with these teams. There's a look at a guy on the left, who's been a little busier than the one on the right, but they've both been good. Jonathan Quick for the Kings, Ilya Bryzgalov for the Flyers. Just want to take a moment to pass along our condolences to our lead audio man, who's, by the way, the best in the business. Mike Chacalone unfortunately lost his father earlier this week, and so all of us here at Comcast Sportsnet pass along our heartfelt condolences to Mike and his family. Underway here in period number 3. Jágr trying to center. And tipped away. Carl will one-hand it into the quarter. Now the Kings will move up. Simon Gagne chipping for Justin Williams. Williams dropping it back for Kopitar. Quick shot, and Bryzgalov makes the save. So first save he's had to make in quite a while. Got it done. Scuderi has it. Roll it around, and there's Gagne. Gagne tipping to Williams. Williams had it swept away by Jágr, and then he's finished off by Pronger. Williams will never give up on a play, though. He continues to scramble. The Kings do keep the puck in the zone. Here's Gagne. After it, around for Williams. Back to Mitchell for a shot that's blocked off by Giroux, and now the Flyers have control. James Van Riemsdyk wheeling back behind his net, and then out he goes to center ice. He'll pop one in. It bounces wide of Quick. Jack Johnson back to get to the puck. The Kings will move it right back through center ice. Dustin Brown. Brown trying to go wide on Timonen. Timonen said no, but there is a penalty. And that pass goes back out toward that empty net, and Quick was on his way to the bench, now retreats as he saw the puck coming his way. Because if it goes in the net off a King's stick, it's going to count. But a delayed penalty here. And the Kings trying to get something going with the extra man once Quick gets to the bench. And Brown overskates, and his Voracek touches the puck. The whistle stops play, and the Kings will go to the power play as we come your way from the Wells Fargo Center here in South Philadelphia. Only meeting of the season between the Flyers and the Kings. That's us along with our great crew here. Happy to bring you Flyers hockey on Comcast Sportsnet. It's brought to you by H.H. Gregg. Larger selection, lower prices, smarter associates. H.H. Gregg, we help.
Yeah, and Dan O'Halloran makes the call there as Kimmo Timonen's stick came up and clipped Dustin Brown as Brown was trying to go wide. Referee was in perfect position to make the call.
So Kings draft pick once upon a time. Kimmo Timonen sits in the penalty box. In 136, never did play for the Kings. Moved on to Nashville and, of course, to the Flyers. But right now, Timonen, who's such an outstanding penalty killer, will have to sit and watch. See if his mates can keep this game tied or pop a shorthanded goal in. Talbot and Richards on the draw. And the Flyers gain control. It's Coburn using that great skating ability of his to get some space, and then he backhands it all the way down. Andrzej Kopitar is back. Johnson takes a hit as Talbot gets in there to slow the Kings down. He lost his stick, though, so he has to peel back and get a new stick. He'll stay on the ice. Gets the new stick from the bench as the Kings out of the zone. Here's Richards. Richards in from the left wing. Centers it out in front. Gagne! And he missed the target. The two former Flyers collaborating there. And the Flyers almost had themselves a 2-on-1 the other way, but Talbot at the end of his shift lunged and just cleared the puck all the way down.
Yeah, Talbot had nothing left in the tank there at the end there. Braden Coburn was starting to wind it up to join the rush, but Talbot smartly just got the puck down.
He's doing the same thing as the Flyers do. They drag a forward way out to be able to pull the defense back. Simon Gagne rather doing that for the Kings.
Carl will backhand the puck all the way down right here. So halfway through the man advantage. Kopitar forced back by Reed. Again, we saw Matt Reed on the point of the power play. Now here he is killing penalties. National Hockey League rookie getting all kinds of important ice time. Nazaros will move it ahead to Nodal. Nodal to Reed. Reed will gain the line, stop, and then just shuttle the puck deeper into the zone. Took an elbow from Morrow. Back of the head. It wasn't much of an elbow, but it was up high. Now here's Morrow in across the Philadelphia zone. Here's the line. And he's checked by Pronger. Puck squirts free. Back to the point. Willie Mitchell. He'll wind and fire. Deflected in front by Lewis. Now it bounces free. Lewis, a diving shot attempt smothered by Bryzgalov. Could not cover. Back to Mitchell. He'll go cross ice. One-time shot. Bryzgalov calmly with a stick save on Stoll. And the Flyers clear.
And Stoll can bring it with the one-timer there. It was Willie Mitchell that slid it across and may have caught some pipe as Bryzgalov was in good position to keep it out of the net either way.
Yeah. It was either stick or pipe. And the way Bryzgalov reacted, maybe it was the pipe. Timonen's out of the box. Flyers able to escaped that power play and now look to break the tie, but Talbot, that set up for Couturier, and his shot went wide. There is a penalty. It's a delayed call. That point shot deflects wide. Couturier has the puck. Couturier turning with it, and Mazaros couldn't keep it in, so the Flyers will have to back up here. Empty net, 6 skaters on. Couturier in across the line. Nice pass to Simmons to Talbot. Talbot turning with it. Back to Couturier. Tried to go across crease. It was blocked. He keeps it alive. Couturier back out now. Mazaros. Mazaros across to Carl. Bonus power play time, if you will, for the Flyers here. Now that pass tipped, and Williams finally steals it and clears it all the way down. The Flyers will go to the man advantage. Couturier was clipped, or at least the stick got close to his face.
Yeah, Matt Green, number 2 in white there, brought the stick up, and the referee in the neutral zone actually made the call. Very similar to what happened with Kimmo Timonen just moments ago to Dustin Brown, and Flyers get a chance on the power play.
Boy, I like Couturier. We talk about his hockey sense. He already's got that down, getting that head back, as we see the general manager of the Los Angeles Kings, Dean Lombardi, and former Flyer goaltender great, Mr. Ron Hextall, the assistant general manager of the Los Angeles Kings.
Talked to Hexy earlier today at the practice, and can't wait to get back to Los Angeles. It's been a long trip for these guys. Great experience to go over to Europe and take part in that, as several teams now open in Europe in the NHL, but it's taxing on a club, especially, Jonesy, when they have to come back here and play a couple of road games.
Yeah, and the way their preseason schedule was set up prior to that, before they headed over. So they've done a ton of travel, and they deserve a lot of credit for the way they fought in this game.
Yeah, they're almost to the end of that road, and they have a chance to get through it above 500. Jagr failing to come up with that puck. Reed interferes with Richards, and he'll go. It was Jagr who actually made the mistake. Reed then tried to make up for that. Didn't want to see a rush going the other way, and he impeded Richards' progress.
Yeah, actually a smart play there, as Matt Reed knew that Mike Richards was gaining a lot of speed and would have been flying through the neutral zone.
This is really interesting. The new kid on the block, the new tough guy here, Zach Ronaldo, having words with Mike Richards. Richards just laughing at him, is because Richards did a good job of being able to draw Reed into that penalty. He had a good step on him to be able to get along the boards, but Ronaldo's still going at it with Mike Richards. Now all the boys, everybody's involved.
Well, they settle back now. And the Kings and Flyers will play some 4-on-4, and eventually the Kings will get a 25-second power play. It has been in a lot of ways a game of special teams. Off the draw, James Van Riemsdyk gets those legs moving through center. That's in, but lost control before he could do anything with it. Justin Williams has the puck. Back to Scuderi. When you get to 4-on-4 hockey, it's more of a possession game. Williams dropping it off for Kopitar, and they say it was offside. Williams tried to hold up, but could not.
Well, you can plan the party that your co-workers, friends, or family will be talking about all year. Watch live Flyers hockey action from a Wells Fargo Center suite and experience incredible food options, wait service, and VIP parking. Reserve your suite today. Call 215-389-9500 or visit mypremiumtix.com. There's a ton of good stuff happen when you sit in the suite and enjoy some Flyer hockey.
Off the face-off, the Flyers control here. Voracek now behind his own net and into some traffic. Pronger is there. Mazaros back to Pronger. Nothing opening up. Back to Mazaros. He'll rush it himself. Andre Mazaros had the game winner the other night. Mazaros cutting on in. Around behind. Out the other side. Now it's Pronger. Dumps it in along. Briere will get to it behind the net. Voracek trying to get free. Briere moves up. And then his pass back to Pronger is intercepted. The Kings start back. Trevor Lewis. Lewis to the Philadelphia line. A wrist shot. Blocked it away by Brizgalov. Mazaros tried to eliminate his man, but Lewis won the battle. Lewis got the puck in front. Johnson's shot blocked. And then Johnson tried to center from his knees. It went behind the net instead. Here's Scuderi. Back out. Lewis shot. That's blocked in front. Pass ahead to Pronger. He's by himself here now, waiting for help. Hands off to Voracek. Burrowing on in, but he lost the puck. Scuderi was back again. In 5 seconds, the Kings go to the power play. Here's Johnson moving up. Shot blocked by Timonen and goes out of play. 13:34 to play in the third.
We're tied at 1 between the Kings and the Philadelphia Flyers. It's time now for our Timberlands Stay on Your Feet play of the game. We talk about Claude Giroux and all the number of moves he's got. Watch this. Little dipsy doodle neutral zone, brings it down. Now gets by Matt Green. Okay, all right, he went down. But he stayed on his feet for an awful long time. So that's got to be included, right?
That's right.
I mean, it took a guy to trip him to bring him down.
That's right. Stay on your feet until it's illegal. They brought him down.
So it should be changed now to Timberland, stay on your feet as long as you possibly can.
There you go.
Until are brought down, and he did that.
Right now, the Kings go to the power play as Green is out of the box. 20 seconds is all they have to work with. Longer. Heavy hit on Brown, but the Kings have the puck. Here's Kopitar. Back out to Willie Mitchell. They say it's onside. Some people thought it left his zone. Here's Mitchell. Back to Kopitar. Kopitar with a shot. Sabres go up. No whistle. Finally, they blow play dead. By the time they do, there's a pile up on top of the Philadelphia goaltender.
Chris Pronger right in there. I think it's Simone Gagne that he was heavy on, trying to drill him into the side of the goal post there with a lot of traffic in around Ilya Bryzgalov. There's the captain right there. Gives him a good shot and an extra one for good measure.
You know, it's interesting, guys, when you see Bryzgalov, he's such a big guy. When he does go down, and he's got to be able to cover it up in the scrum, you just feel confident that he's got it. I don't know. He's got a knack to be able to get that rebound and hold on.
Yeah, he really does. Like a sponge. That puck. And you were talking about, Jonesy, where there's one hit from Pronger, there's usually another one forthcoming, right?
It's like the deer around my house.
Yeah, there you go. Here's Matt Reed taking the shot. He's obviously out of the box. Fires back to full strength. Quick will hang on to that one as we pass the 7-minute mark of this third period in a 1-1 game.
Yeah, it's an even score, and it's really been an even period. Both teams have generated just a couple of scoring opportunities, and neither goaltender's been extremely busy. And I think if you're the Flyers, you want to start to get some offensive zone pressure and start seeing if you can get some rebound opportunities on Jonathan Quick. He's proven to be extremely effective in stopping the first chance. You got to find a way to get that second one by him.
Well, if you're Terry Murray and the Kings right now, you're almost at the end of this long, winding road trip, and now you can almost smell it. You got a chance to steal this game. You hung in there, and that fatigue, you know, when you see the light at the end of the tunnel, that fatigue can go away a little bit for a short stretch here. I think the hope for the Flyers was to try to open this one up early. They could not get that done. Now they're in quite a battle. There's Matt Carl. Dvorak. Nice drag move there with a pass to Briere. He crossed the line for Carl joining the rush, but he was checked by Green. Back it goes to Briere. Swung it toward the net, batted away, and out go the Kings. 3-on-1. Flyers trying to get back. Here's Richardson with a shot, and that one went wide. Not much for potential 3-on-1 there. And now the rush the other way. 4-on-2. Briere with the puck. Drop past Coburn. Coburn the shot. Dave Quick in the rebound all the way out to Lilia. He'll go across ice. Coburn will blast, and that one misses the target off the glass. Lilia again keeps it in. Got it back in along for Briere. Briere maneuvering in traffic, spins it to the other side. Coburn racing in after it again. Nice play to Voracek. He's checked, turned around, and Mitchell fishes the puck free. Willie Mitchell, another solid defenseman on this Kings team, will bounce it through center ice. Coburn has been very aggressive from an offensive perspective in this game. Really joining the rush. Here's Jagr joining the rush. The backhander, save made, rebound, and Quick got back to keep it away from Giroux. Boy, again, we hate to use that word with him, but he is so fast. Jonathan Quick maneuvering in and around that looping.
You saw how difficult handling the backhand of Jagr was, though. It kicked that rebound out to a place where Giroux almost got to it.
Saros ahead to Jagr. Jagr sweeps to the middle of the ice, and then the right wing feed for Van Riemsdyk. He'll bank it in for Giroux. Giroux centering. Jagr was getting there, but it went on through. Good pinch by Timonen. Tried to center. It's blocked. Jagr carries on. Jagr out to the point. Pronger down low hoping for Giroux. Quick got there first, then tripped up Giroux. Then the giveaway is Jagr steals down low. Giroux, he's checked. He gets back to it. Giroux turns with it. And then flips one that Jagr steers wide. Timonen to it, spins it in front. Quick's hanging out of the post. Where is it? Finally the whistle, as evidently Quick did have it. Officials weren't quite sure, so they let that one go for a while.
Well, the Los Angeles Kings are going to have an opportunity here on a 3-on-1. The puck comes to the left wing to Richardson, and the Flyers do a great job to come back and do a super job of taking away any avenue. Then the Flyers come back the other way, Jonesy, with their opportunity.
Yeah, they had a good chance there, and then Kimmo Timonen stepped up twice on that last shift with an opportunity in around Jonathan Quick there, and Yager was fishing away for that loose puck, but Jonathan Quick was able to hold it up against the post.
This one makes its way to Justin Williams in center. Backhand in. Carl is there for Nodal. Nodal behind the net. Williams intercepts. Pronger takes it right back. And Carl will flip it along for Nodal. His pass to a cutting Simmons. Simmons takes the shot. Spins wide. Mitchell following him all the way to the corner and finally takes it away. Boy, Mitchell and Scuderi, two guys who've been very noticeable in this game for the Kings, just nullifying Philadelphia opportunities. Coburn trying to do that to Williams here. They both go into the board somewhat awkwardly. Sure to be okay. And Coburn cuts in to get the puck and outlets Nodal for Talbot. Back to Nodal. Talbot took the hit to make the play. Nodal will backhand a bouncer that Quick decides to cover as Nodal came his way. Past the halfway point, period number 3. Interesting to hear what Mike Richards has to say after this game.
He's played well.
Yeah,
he's had good jump. He's had some solid hits and a couple of chances, but he skated well and really settled into this game. I didn't think he had the best start in the first 5 minutes or so, but looks really comfortable for his first time back.
Well, as for the first 5 or 10 minutes, as Simone Gagne was telling us, very difficult. And I think he had to get over that. And now he's into just a plain old hockey game. There he is with the puck. The wrist shot. That deflected went off the side of the net. Now they battle behind the cage. And Richardson able to maneuver the puck free. Back to Brown. So Richardson playing with Richards and Brown. As the puck goes to Coburn. And his cross-ice pass knocked down. It's Richards. Flips it in front. Richardson was there, but Coburn had him covered. Now Hartnell with a pass to Reed. Reed in across the line. Couturier charges. The pass goes all the way across. Shot! And Quick able to make the save as he went into the butterfly. Got the job done.
Yeah, one into the other again. It's the Flyers defense, very active. It's Matt Carl that gets open for the perfect feed from Matt Reed, and traffic in front of Jonathan Quick. There's Reed's feed, and there's the quick shot by Matt Carl.
You gotta love this guy Couturier, Jonesy. You see where he was? Nobody usually, when they're in their first year in the National Hockey League, even in professional hockey, goes to the net and stays by the net. He did exactly that after Van Riemsdyk took that shot coming off the wing.
Well, they battle for the puck here. Voracek to Simmons and a hand pass. Hand pass. It went off Voracek's glove to Simmons, and so they blow play dead.
And then Matt Green took advantage of that as he hit Voracek to the ice. There's the numbers for the two starting goaltenders. Brizgalov 20 shots and 19 saves, and Jonathan Quick has faced 32 shots, only allowing 1 to get past him.
Brizgalov facing the Kings, not a new thing for him. He has 14 career wins, 5th among active goalies, of course, in his days in Anaheim and Phoenix. Saw a lot of this team in the Pacific Division. This is the only time you'll see him this year in the regular season as the Kings move ahead. Semi 2-on-1. Voracek trying to get back to even things up. Back goes the pass, but Morrow could not get much on that shot. Now the Flyers look to move back the other way. It's Simmons with those big long strides. Briere going to the net. Simmons centering and bats at it, and it gets past Lilia out to center ice. Rotating back to get to that is Voracek.
Real nice job by Voracek back checking just prior to that last play, and then again he was in good position in the neutral zone covering up for Lilia.
Briere's shot rides high and off the glass and bounces to Jack Johnson. Ticking down toward 8 minutes remaining in the third period. Justin Williams to the Philadelphia line. His shot deflected wide by Carl. And the angle shot came right back on through. There's Johnson centering. Briere to go off his skate. Carl tips it. And Chris Pronger will move it to center. Hopes for Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk showing tremendous speed, but there's Scuderi again. How good has he been in this game?
And it's all angles with him. He's not the most gifted skater in the National Hockey League. Just real smart. And Van Riemsdyk had the wheels churning, but Scuderi just cut him off.
Played over 300 games in the minor leagues. Finally got his National Hockey League chance, and now an established player. There's Kopitar to Williams with some room. Williams dancing in front. Backhander. Hits something in front. Rebound, they score. Justin Williams kept after that puck. And it found its way in, and the Kings had the lead for the first time in the game. It's 2-1 with 7:25 left in the third.
Great hands by Justin Williams, and then persistence to find that loose puck. I think he hit Jaromir Jagr hit with the first attempt. There's the keep by Jack Johnson. And then watch Williams walk out of the corner around Matt Carl, fire it, hits Jagr in front, and he finds the loose puck and puts it in.
And remember we were talking earlier, as soon as the defenseman loses his skate right there, Carl did. So that allowed Williams the opportunity to keep going on the back end. Look and look. And then it seemed like he got lost. Jonesy. And I think you're right. That's exactly what happened at the end of that play. But Justin Williams stayed with it.
Kings are playing their fourth game here tonight. They have only 2 goals from players not on Williams, Gagne, Kopitar line. And yet they have a chance to be 2-1-1 through those 4 games. It means they're not allowing a lot of goals, and clearly that line has been very good, and they have it again here. Williams has both of their goals. Couturier draws a penalty. Delayed call. Timonen will roll this one around behind the net. And Mitchell plays the puck, and there's the whistle. And I believe it's going to be Mike Richards heading to the box.
Yeah, he's not a happy guy. He got Couturier a little bit too aggressively. He was laying off, then all of a sudden he got the stick right up under his arm. Look, watch the arm. Right there, right at the end, you can see that stick hook. I mean, literally hook between the 2 gloves of Couturier, and as a result, boy, what a turnaround this could be with the Kings taking a 2-1 lead, all of a sudden a power play coming back the other way.
Second time this period that Couturier has drawn a penalty, and Flyers in dire need of a goal here to get things tied up.
So they send out Briere, Van Riemsdyk, and Voracek up front. With Timonen and Carl on the points, and the Kings win the draw and rifle it all the way down. There's 7th attempt on the power play. Timonen will shovel it in. Now they have to pursue. See Timonen going in, but need some help there. It arrives, Voracek. And they get it free. Van Riemsdyk, the pass to Carl. He scores! Quick nearly got to that one, but Carl buries it. And the power play goal ties this one at 2. Carl scores for a case of Tasty Cakes, his first goal in 58 regular season games.
And it's the former captain, now with the LA Kings, Mike Richards, leaving the penalty box, walking slowly across the ice. Here's the work down low. Beautiful setup right here. The traffic's in front, and Matt Carl quickly slides it in. Love the aggressiveness of Timo Timonen jumping in.
Jonesy, everybody is to the left of the goaltender. It's unbelievable. Everybody. The only guy that wasn't was Matt Carl. So that when the puck comes, look at this. Look at that cruel people all to the left. All of a sudden the puck comes out. Give it to Matt Carl. He's the only one on the other side.
Well, the 2 defensemen really with the big plays there. Timonen won't get an assist, I don't think, but he started the whole play. It'll be Briere and Van Riemsdyk getting the helpers on Carl's first. Matt Carl now with 6 shots on goal in this game. He and Coburn in particular have been very aggressive offensively.
Yeah, they really have, and they've generated a ton of chances, and it's fitting that Timo Timonen got in on that forecheck. There's a look at Mike Richards, and you know he'll want to get that back after taking a penalty on Sean Couturier, and the Flyers capitalize on some good work from their D and some good hustle in the offensive zone.
He's shaking his head. I don't know as if he could really argue with the call. His stick got right in the area where it just can't get, and the referee had to call it. So it is tied at 2. 54 seconds is all the Kings enjoyed the lead as the Flyers still one wide there. Norrell after the puck here. Norrell played it back to the point. Carl does keep it in, but right to Jack Johnson. Johnson lugs to center. And across the Philadelphia line. Trying to maneuver on Carl. They cancel, and the Flyers get the puck. The outlet not handled by Simmons, though, kept in the zone. And right back to Max Talbot. Talbot will gain the red line. Avoid most of the check attempt from Johnson, but didn't get the puck deep. Here's Williams. He has 2 already. And they'll flip it into the Philadelphia zone. Reyes Lilia for Jagr. He'll redirect to center. Mitchell chopped at. Yager after it. And now Yager takes it. Yager for Giroux. Right back for Yager. He's checked by Green. Shoved to the ice by Green. Stoll comes in. Van Riemsdyk got in his way. Now Mitchell for Moreau. And he'll go across ice to Stoll. There's Stoll to the Philadelphia line. He's got Lewis with him. Flyers are back. The centering pass. And Giroux will get a penalty. Giroux shaking his head now. And he may have just gotten another penalty. We'll tell you when we come back. Matt Carl has tied it. Now the Kings go to the power play with a chance to get the lead back.
Claude Giroux in the box as the Kings and Flyers are tied at 2 apiece. Now let's take a look at our Toyota turning point. Now the Kings have just taken a lead, but all of a sudden Couturier is going to draw the penalty from former Flyer Mike Richards. Then all of a sudden everybody's to the left of Quick except for Matt Carl. As we look at Mike Richards, not very happy on that call, but doesn't make any difference as Matt Carl has given the Flyers an opportunity to get back into this hockey game, tied the game at 2, but they still got to kill a penalty here. That's our Toyota turning point.
Yeah, now Richards will get an opportunity on the power play with the Kings as Giroux, the one shaking his head. He didn't like the call, so he went for slashing. Only the 2 minutes. He did not get an extra 2. And now the Kings go to work. Richards to Kopitar. Back to the former Flyer captain. His shot goes off the current Flyer captain Chris Pronger and into the safety netting. Play is stopped. Mazda top shelf performers of this one. Dustin Williams has both goals for the Kings. Gagne has helped on one of them. Quick has been very good. Briere, a couple of points. This one to be decided here in the last 5 minutes of regulation or beyond. As it is 2-2. Flyers clear. Jack Johnson back to get the puck. They'll move it up. Left wing dish to Richards. He's in. His pass is back to Dustin Brown. Gathers the rolling puck. Moves to Kopitar. And now it's a point shot by Williams that's blocked aside. Pronger to it. Pushes it ahead to Couturier. Couturier navigating his way up. He's getting some help. Timonen joining the rush. And then the pass back to Talbot, but his shot did not go through. I think they saw Timonen. If they did, they didn't think there was a lane there. And so Couturier, the 18-year-old, will drop it all the way back. Savvy play there, and Timonen lobs it all the way down the ice.
A lot of composure for a young man to be out there killing a penalty and then have enough wherewithal to hang on to the puck, rug the puck a little bit, and suck in the LA Kings.
50 seconds in the power play. Lewis starting to the Philadelphia line. Down behind, Coburn kept it outside, and then Mazzaros finished him off. And Noto finally got control of the puck and backhands all the way down. We stick behind the Philadelphia net. Hopefully that doesn't come into play as the pass is ahead. Gagne looking for it. He gets to it at the angle around the other side. Mazzaros will push him to the wall, and there's that stick getting into play. Up along the wall it goes. Back to the point. Stoll. Wrist shot blocked. Goes to the corner. Chance to clear here for Reed. And he will float one out through center and down the ice. That'll leave time for one more rush for the Kings with the power play. 3:15 in the third period. Stoll ahead. Kopitar right back to him. Stoll to the line. Plays it to himself along the boards. Runs into that loose stick again. And now it's Kopitar. Power play is over. Kopitar back to the point. Williams swoops around Yager. Williams, a cross-ice pass over the head of Van Riemsdyk as he tried to barrel the other way. Now behind the net, it's Williams navigating his way in front. Back out, shot. Mitchell Sabres goal. Rebound. Kopitar couldn't finish. Maybe because of the checking of Kimmo Timonen, and the puck is cleared. So it's 5-a-side hockey. 2:40 remaining in regulation time. Green turning it back behind the net, hoping for Mitchell. And Riemsdyk and Mitchell come together. Mitchell got the puck to Williams, and he'll flutter one to the neutral zone. Carl on it there, dropping it back. Alex Briere rubbing it up and across the line. Briere bumped, lost it, got it back. In heavy traffic along the wall, lost it again, and Richards tries to clear. He got it ahead to Richardson. Richardson with the right wing feed for Williams. Got off by Carl. Carl looking to send the Flyers the other way, but the pass over the head of Briere. Johnson will gather. Forced by Simmons. Johnson got away from him and moved it ahead to Richardson. He'll deal it deep into the Philadelphia zone. 2 minutes remaining in the third. Brizgalov. Calmly ahead to Voracek. Voracek caught by Brown. Brown steals the puck. Moves ahead. Shot right into the midsection of Brizgalov. And no further play.
Well, the Flyers return home next Thursday at 7 p.m. to take on the Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. The Flyers will continue the 3-game homestand on Saturday against the St. Louis Blues at 7 p.m. For tickets, call 215-218-PUCK or visit PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. Flyers off to a terrific start so far this season. They try to end this game in the same fashion they have the first 3 with victories.
They have been entertaining games, that's for sure. Flyers hustling in to get ready for this draw. We've seen a couple instances this year where the puck's been dropped with no player ready for a face-off, and don't want that to happen. 149 in a 2-2 game. Talbot, Lewis, puck is loose. Flyers jump on it. Mazaris ahead. Giroux centering. That's Nodal angle shot, bounces off it quick. Talbot in after the disc. There's Nodal. Back for Talbot. Talbot all wrapped up. Got his arms around. He's got to watch it. That was close. They let it go. Nodal pestering Johnson. Back around it goes. Scuderi. Here comes Hartnell. Jam together. The puck bounces into the slot. Shot. Nodal high and wide. Wow, that scoring chance appearing out of nowhere as the puck landed in a dangerous spot, but Nodal could not find the target. Now the Kings will steer it in as Scuderi does the honors, and the Kings will change up, as will the Flyers. We hit the final minute of the third period. Pronger. And Giroux. Giroux will fling deep into the Los Angeles zone. Yager is there. Looking to get it back to Giroux. Instead, it's Gagne just pitching it out towards center. Yager is there. Kept it in the zone. Kings are there again, and this time Gagne gets too much on it. He backhands it all the way down. This will be icing. Pronger back for the touch-up with 35.7 seconds remaining in the third. The Flyers an offensive zone draw.
And some tired legs on the ice for the LA Kings. Gagne, Kopitar, and Williams will be forced to stay out for the draw, and the Flyers will try to take advantage of it.
Boy, Terry Murray just grimaced when he saw that puck go the length of the ice. He figures, oh, of all the guys, Gagne's going to know, just flip it in the neutral zone. We'll have a change if we can. If not, let's get out of here. But now he's got to worry about this face-off to the right of Quick.
Flyers win the draw. Van Riemsdyk shot blocked. Yager looking for it. Bounces to Van Riemsdyk. He's checked, and then he trips up Gagne. Penalty. Delayed call. Williams to Kopitar. Kopitar maneuvering toward the slot, lost control, and the whistle blows. So the Kings again to the power play. It'll be their 8th of the game. 19.9 seconds remaining as Van Riemsdyk heads to the box. And obviously, if there's no goal here in the final 19.9, it carries over into the overtime as a 4-on-3.
Well, let's take a look at this. James Van Riemsdyk's going to be able to try to make a move. You see, he dropped the stick because he figured, okay, if I drop the stick, he's not going to be accused of pulling down Simon Gagne. But no, the referees didn't go for it, and as a result, power play for the Kings.
The Flyers and Lehigh Valley Dairy Farms would like to thank their guest in Section 222. Lehigh Valley Dairy Farms, a proud partner of the Philadelphia Flyers. The Kings have called timeout.
Interesting, isn't it? Because they could have used their timeout with the tired legs for the defensive zone face-off, but Terry Murray had enough trust in his veteran players, Kopitar, Gagne, and Williams, that they would get the job done, and in this case, they do. In a big way, they draw a penalty.
Well, the Flyers playing their 4th game here tonight. 4 games in the first 12 days of the season. Starting Tuesday in Ottawa, 7 games in 12 days. So it picks up. Back-to-back situation there. Montreal and the Winnipeg Jets coming to Philadelphia. All 7 of those games can be seen right here on Comcast Sportsnet. In beautiful high definition where available. Peter Laviolette more concerned about this particular game. First order of business is trying to get through the final seconds of this third period. Timonen steals and is able to clear it. Ricocheted. I think off of Kopitar and down the ice. That will leave precious little time for the Kings. They'll try one last rush. Johnson ahead. Williams tips to Richards. Richards stopped by Pronger, and that's how regulation time comes to an end. We head to an overtime that will start with a 4-on-3 power play for the Los Angeles Kings. Quick and Brizgalov have both been good in this game. Briere, they've certainly been involved. In fact, he had a hand in both Philadelphia goals, and so he is our Bud Light player of the game.
Yeah, Danny Briere picking up that power play goal on a beautiful feed from Jaromir Jagr in the first period, and then had another assist here late in the game. There's the goal right at the doorstep there in his office, and then some good work down low in the offensive zone to get the puck back to Van Riemsdyk, who found Matt Carl, and the Flyers tied this game up late 2-2.
So the Flyers getting their first taste of overtime. Kings have already had 2 overtime games. Won their first one, lost in a shootout in New Jersey in their second one. They will have a definite shot here, though. I mean, some people think the 4-on-3 power play is almost more dangerous than a 5-on-3, Jones. I don't know why that would make any sense, but they say there's a little more room to work with, and people seem as though they're not as unselfish. Sometimes in a 5-on-3, you're always looking for that perfect play.
Yeah, there is a tendency to try to overpass the puck with the 2-man advantage. I think you'll see an umbrella situation with one guy at the top, 2 at the sides, and they're going to be looking to shoot with traffic in front of the net, and it has a tendency to work out real well. Flyers have to be careful with Andrzej Kopitar, one of the best setup men in the National Hockey League, and he can also shoot the puck as the Flyers will try to kill off the rest of James Van Riemsdyk's penalty.
Boy, a lot of strategies going both benches. Obviously, the Kings with the extra man, and then Craig Berube, the assistant coach of the Philadelphia Flyers, talking to the 3 gentlemen are out right now to kill off this penalty for the Philadelphia Flyers.
There are the special team numbers. Kings working on their 8th power play. So a lot of it's been about special teams here tonight. By the way, if the Flyers are able to get through this power play, look for Jaromir Jagr. He's scored 15 overtime goals in his career, tied for most all time. Broken stick for Talbot right off the draw. He goes and gets a new stick at the bench, and the Kings go offside at the Philadelphia line anyhow, so they'll drop the puck in the neutral zone.
Nice job again by Kimmo Timonen and holding the defensive blue line and buying some time for Talbot to get over and get a stick, and at the same time drawing the offside.
Now he duels with Kopitar, but Kopitar gets it back to Johnson. Richards, Kopitar, Johnson, and Dustin Brown out for the Kings. Talbot, Pronger, and Timonen for the Flyers. There's Pronger trying to clear, and he got it by Kopitar and all the way down. That'll take some precious time off the power play. 1:15 remaining on it as Johnson starts up. Johnson ahead, fake it in. Off to Brown. Brown across in the middle, Richards. You know how badly he would love to get the game winner in his return. His pass in front, redirected save, Bryzgalov. He's able to stop Dustin Brown. Richards wouldn't have gotten the goal there, but it would have been a dandy of a setup.
Yeah, real heads-up play by Mike Richards. Dustin Brown had set up in good position in front of Bryzgalov, looking for the redirection. It's a real quick little snap pass right there that Brown tips and Bryzgalov holds onto.
You know, you always got to be ready, and Dustin Brown and the rest of the Los Angeles Kings are going to learn that about always being ready to get the puck from Richards.
Flyers get the puck to center. 50 seconds remain in the power play. Here comes Johnson again. Right wing feed for Kopitar. Swerves his way in. Kopitar center. Shot goes wide as Brown missed the target, and he had some target to shoot at. Here's Richards holding on. The pass back to Johnson. Johnson looks, fires, knocked down. Timonen shovels it all the way down.
Nice block by Chris Pronger in front there, and the puck laid there for Kimmo Timonen to gather and send it down.
Flyers try to change and do get some fresh legs on the ice. Timonen still out there. There he is with the puck, tries to clear out the glass. Richards knocks it down. Giroux ties him up. Brown is there. Kopitar as well. 10 seconds in the power play. Kopitar holding on, holding on. Back out to Richards. He waits, he winds, he passes, redirection, score! Jack Johnson redirecting the nice setup from Richards. And the Kings win it 3-2. The former Flyer captain sets up the overtime game winner. And the Kings hand the Flyers their first loss of the season.
Jack Johnson sneaking in from the point, and again, one of those little slap passes that Mike Richards is so well known for. He put it in a perfect place for Jack Johnson to redirect it in behind Bryzgalov, and it was Richards that was in the box for the Flyers tying goal. He gets it right back in overtime with a beautiful feed. There's the passing around, and there's Richards' slap pass Johnson stick on the ice and just puts it into the empty side.
It's the second time this season already that Richards has set up Johnson for an overtime game-winning goal. Did so in their opener. And he does so right here.
You got to read him. You got to read him right to the end because you never know what he's going to do with that stick. As he cocks it, looks like he's going to take the big slap shot. Everybody goes for it. And then all of a sudden, just a nice sliding pass over to Johnson.
And so Johnson celebrates the Kings' second win of the season. They end their long road trip with a win, and the Flyers taste defeat for the first time this season. Tonight's Flyers-Kings game was brought to you